Okay. Hi. How are you doing? Wow. Okay. So you can see I added some changes to my live stream. I also need my chat over here. Sorry. Pop out. Okay. Let's put this here so I can see the chat. Good. How are you doing, guys? I added some new functions to my streaming windows. I hope the sound is good because I have now, like, it's the same software, but it uses a plugin from another company who enables me to show these things on stream. And I can't use my sound plugins with that, so I hope my voice sounds okay. Hi Rushab, hi Linda, thanks for joining from Canada. Hi Herman from Amsterdam, how you doing? Hi Kevin, thanks for joining. Yeah, I hope some people will join tonight because I completely messed up the posting about the live stream. It said 2nd of May, but today is 7th of May, so I messed it up on Facebook. Hey Andreas from Austria, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Okay, good. So some people are coming. Good. I hope everything is working out. I'm trying out this kind of new functions here. So everything is a bit different for me today, but it should still work. Can you hear me fine? Is the voice okay or does it sound strange? Normally you have like an equalizer that adjusted a little bit, but yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Guy. Thank you. And so you can see now I also added the live stream, the chat to my windows, so this is part of the stream now, and also from the top donations, so that's also part of the stream over here. So little kind of features. Oh, I also have kind of an alert thing that should pop up on the stream. I have no idea if that's a good idea. I just wanted to try it out to see how we can do here. Hi Sabine, thanks for joining again. Yeah, so that's good. I don't know, where's the... Maybe I haven't turned on the alerts. They should be turned on. I have no idea about that. Okay, I have to figure that out over time. Things are getting better and better over time a little bit. You can also see like these things here. No, on the other side, they don't have like the best design right now. Oh, I also tried another thing, like a live background. Does that work right now? Wait, let me see. Boom. No, that's... Oh, no. That is my cover for the YouTube channel. I thought maybe I should put some pictures out that I've created in the background. Maybe that's a good idea to do that. But they have like these announcements in here that I have for my channel. I didn't remove them. I just wanted to try it if that looks good or not. But it kind of looks good, right? It's kind of interesting. Hey, Flash from Sevilla. How you doing? Ah, Shonu. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the chat, live stream, sorry. Wait a second. Here we have the video. There, I can go all funky and party and stuff. But I think that's a bit too much distraction, right? It's very distracting to have this kind of video. Also, kind of, it doesn't really have to do anything with photo editing. I have to find something that maybe makes sense as a video loop, but we can also have like a static picture. It looks like a guru right now. Oh, maybe that's not the best thing to have. Okay, let's turn that off. Let's go back to the good old room here. Yeah, do you like the overlay with the chat? I think like maybe for some people it's easier. They don't have to have the chat window on the side. They can go full screen, still see the chat messages, so that might be cool to have. Also, there have been super exciting, very nice works this week for the homework. I was a bit concerned that maybe it might be a bit too much for people with the overlays, but people really did some really cool works for that. So let me open that here real quick in the background so I can find that. 1 second. There we go. Okay, already found it. Good. Also, there should be automated messages in the chat once in a while about the Facebook group and stuff. So let's see how that turns out. Oh, by the way, where are the notes I took yesterday? Yeah, oh, there they are. Okay, so I want to get better at conversation with my community. So what did we write down yesterday? Oh my God, let me see. Oh yeah, that was a good idea. Like you, for example, we could say we could start with who is your favorite artist, because I want people to use the chat more so we can be more interactive. Because basically, this is the time for you to be like have the chance to talk about things, ask me things, all these kind of things. So compared to the normal tutorials where just I talk, this should be more interactive. So let's see. So if you have any kind of favorite artist, you can put their name into the chat, and then I can search for them on Google, and we can look at some pictures, stuff like that, talk about that, these kind of things if you want to. You can't post links, but you can post names of the artists. So hopefully that's makes sense. Maybe that's a good starting point. And also, of course, we will look at the homeworks, like homework, the exercise results. I don't know how to call that to give it a good name. Well, sorry. There's very few people today, like just 9 people. Did I mess it up completely? Like, but the link is working, right? When you go on Facebook, let's see. Let's go to my Facebook page real quick. Sorry, let's check this. I checked it before and it worked. So something is not working right now. This is the wrong link here. That's the one. It before and it worked. Yeah, so that works. Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks pretty good. With the stream and stuff. The names are a bit hard to read, but I can't change the color of them. In this kind of like pre-created design, I can create my own design with a CSS code, but I haven't done that yet. I just wanted to have it like simple. Okay, so let's see. Sorry. Let's go back. Where's the chat window? There we go. Okay, so the link works on Facebook. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining. You were not on YouTube? Oh. Oh, I posted it as unlisted. Maybe. 1 second, because I did test streams yesterday. Oh God, can I edit that right now? Or is it like ending the stream? Wait a second. Where? Oh yeah, it's unlisted, it's not public. Okay, let's save. And let's hope this does not end the stream. So now it should be public. Let me check real quick my YouTube channel. That's it. Okay, interesting. So probably people also don't get a pop-up about my live stream now. Wow, okay. Yeah, I tried to figure out how to do that with the live chat, so I did some test streams. Oh, but now it shows up. Okay, that's good. So, okay, good. So maybe let's talk a little bit so more people can join, and then we do look at the exercise of this week. And also I will change the schedule. Like usually I posted the exercise of the week on Monday or Tuesday. Sorry. But now I will change it to Friday, so you can work over the weekend, because some people, of course, have to work during the week. They don't really have time. So I will publish the next one tomorrow, which will be then for next week. So you have more time to work on that. It's all a bit easier that way. And I thought maybe, I'm not sure how to do that, but maybe I could even link it to the next tutorial on Saturday. So I give an exercise and then I make a tutorial that is using that exercise. I didn't see the old link on stream, of the stream. I just remember day and time. That's cool. That's great. Yeah, this is why I always start at the same day and time. There was no announcement on YouTube, and notification on the stream and Facebook also was updated just an hour back. Yeah, I was super late again. I wanted to post it yesterday. I forgot about it, and then I was late today, and then I messed it up, so I had to change it. So yeah. But now it's public, and it should be on my channel. And already, like, more people are coming. 20 people right now. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Photographer Sebastiano Salgado. Okay, Guy suggested this photographer, so let's have a look at that real quick. Well, we search this. Oh, there we go. Black and white photos. Is he like a war photographer or something? Oh, wow. Okay, some pretty cool pictures here. So I think I can show them if we talk about those. So let me change the scene here to work live. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. And now also the chat should pop up here on the side, on the upper right side, if someone starts to. Oh, all my links are showing still. I'm not prepared today. Okay, there we go. So this probably most of them are photos by this photographer Sebastiano Salgado. Okay, very nice. I guess these are these gold mines, maybe in or diamond mines somewhere in. Oh, this is in Brazil here. So yeah, pretty cool pictures. Wow, is that from the Gulf War? Maybe documentary photojournalism, Canon Österreich. Okay, we could also click on the link. This is by Canon, so I think. All right. Wow, it's kind of interesting. This has kind of a heart shape here. Interesting. And he's like getting like flooded with water so the heat doesn't hit him too hard. Okay, so this is German text. There's probably him. Oh, there are some more pictures. Ah, yeah, there's like the. Is there some text here? So it says Salgado is one of the most renowned documentary photographers around the world. And 1991 made a photo of the oil fires in Kuwait. Okay, interesting. Wow. Huh. Oh, wow. Huh. Here it says Salgado was witness to the dramatic oil fires in Kuwait in 1991. He visited the location again and showed 2016 some unreleased pictures to the public. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Huh. There's some questions about him. That's always pretty extreme to be like a photographer, go to these war zones and stuff like that, do these kind of very like dangerous things. So I have to put my chat over here now. That's why you have not the public as before. Yeah, but now it should be public, right? Oh, we are great before. Hey, Inked from Scotland. Hi. Hey, Twan from Holland. Thanks for joining. Look his work, Genesis. From that artist, let's see. Genesis. Oh, okay. So this is about like nature. Why is everything black and white, even the book covers? Does it have to do with some of my setting? No, there's some. This is a color picture here, so that's interesting. Okay. There's a product page here. There we have some pictures. Wow, okay. And he's mainly a black and white photographer or what? He seems to like high contrast pictures. They all seem pretty high contrast. That's pretty nice pictures. Very cool. But why are they all black and white? That's interesting. Even the guy with the book is a black and white picture. Wait, let me see. Google. Let's search for doc. No, it's not my browser. So the pictures are black and white for some reason. That's interesting. Okay. Very striking photos. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Howlin' Matt. Okay, cool. From Tennessee. How are you doing? Yeah, mainly black and white pictures. Maybe I should drag the chat over here sometimes. Hey, Paul from England. How are you doing? You got an email notification from YouTube. Okay, that's cool. Probably now that I changed it to public, so that's interesting. Okay, if you want to suggest other photographers, please do. And then, yeah, we will also look at the exercises and also do some photo editing. And also, by the way, I really managed. Wait, I have to switch the view here. I managed to find my old, oh, wait, it changed my settings, sorry. There we go. My old Wacom tablet, this old thing, is like 13 years old. And I found this, and then after searching for an hour, I also found the pen for it. So I have both these things, so we can try them today. And I also, like after trying around forever, installing and deinstalling different drivers, I also managed to get this to work a little bit. So let's see if we can do something with that. It already reminded me why I don't like these kind of things. Like I like the ones with the screen where you see where you draw, because it's so hard to draw here and then it's appearing there and like making a line, but you don't know where it goes. Really, really strange. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably his style. I think so too. Yeah. Pelchop. Thanks for joining. Peter McKinnon and Carr Taylor, both commercial photographers. If artists mean commercial photography, yeah, any kind of photographer. Well, in the way where we can show it on YouTube, of course, like not kind of adult stuff or so. Let's put this over here real quick so I can search for the photographer first. Boom, there we go. Oh, it's a young guy. Okay. Is it that guy here? See, like there's a lot of difference between the style that he's photographing. Maybe go back to this other guy and then open up a window here. Go to images. Boom, there we go. There's a lot of pictures of him. Oh, probably those are his pictures. Oh, he has a Facebook page. So let's check that out. Maybe he has some pictures there that we can look at. So this is the cover picture. And sometimes Facebook doesn't load directly. Is there some... Let's go to photos here. Cover photos, timeline photos. That's good. There we go. Okay. All right. Pretty cool. So you can see how different the style is of his photography to the other pictures of the other guy. You can see a lot here is like if you compare these two. How do you do that? Let's put this on the left side real quick. Maybe open up this picture here on the left side, please. Open image in new tab. There we go. So we have this, and then on the other side we have that guy. Oh, I can I not do that? Because I have a second screen. 1 second. Go like that. Switch over here. There's a lot of difference on the style, on the way, like that. This kind of, I would say, maybe, I guess this guy is a lot older than him. And today we have this kind of more lifestyle photography. I mean, also this guy is more of a lifestyle photographer where you have all this kind of thing. You want to feel this kind of positive, attractive, interesting emotion the moment you look at the pictures, you know. So it's kind of telling a story. It's interesting. It's kind of this I want to explore the world and I see things positive perspective that is very attractive. For example, on Instagram, Facebook, it's very eye-catching. You want to like know more or like be in that kind of world. While this is, of course, a documentary photographer, so this is a completely different job. He has to be very objective with his photography, but also express emotion, stuff like that, but in a different way. You can see how these pictures have a kind of very different emotion in them. They have more, I feel like they maybe rooted is the wrong word to say, more, how can I say? I don't remember the right word right now. Sorry, let's, hey Oliver, hi, how are you doing? Hi, Pedro from Philippines. Hi, Olivia from Germany. Hi. Okay. I already said hi. Okay. Is also a YouTube star. Oh, cool. So this guy. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Shows. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. You can't see my screen. I'm an idiot. Okay, there we go. Oh my God. I really need to get better at that streaming stuff. So here you can see both of the pictures. You couldn't see anything right now. Sorry for that. So here you have a comparison of these two pictures. Left side we have from this other photographer. We can also pull up some other pictures here. Like this, for example. Let's pull this up here like that. And you can see in a lot of these pictures, this is like more this kind of Instagram thing that captures you in a second. It has a bit of this kind of wow effect, of entertaining effect, of kind of like also with these card tricks here, stuff like that. Is this kind of style of, it has a bit of this hero lifestyle. Like it has to be vivid. It has to be like not in your face in a bad way, but kind of like this kind of sexiness about it. You know what I mean? While this other photographer is more like this, there is more of like this rootedness and hardship in there, and kind of it's not like attractive in a way of like you if you look at the left picture, you're sure this is not an advertisement for something, you know. So there's some drama in there, and it's not lofty in any way. While this is very different, and this is kind of the kind of photography you have today. Also because there's a lot more competition, you know. So the left side makes a lot more sense probably to be printed in a book or in a newspaper on a cover, like a paper cover, stuff like that. And the left side is like you look at it for a split second, and it's interesting. So it's really interesting to compare these photographers. Thanks for suggesting them. Oh, there's the first chat of my thingy here. Okay, cool. Is that also popping up on the screen? Because it shouldn't. No, it doesn't. Okay, it's only on the screen because I showed it. Okay. Wait, what did he? Sorry. We cannot see your screen. We have a local photographer named Carsten Arnold that takes some great wildlife shots. Okay, we can look at that guy too. So let's post this over here. Peter's work is really about contrast and crisp editing. Peter's work. Oh, who is Peter? Oh, hey, Peter on the right side. Okay, yes. Okay, good. Hey, sorry again. I don't know how to pronounce your name. But thanks for joining the stream. Yeah. All right. Let's look at that other guy real quick. Let's have a look here. Oh, yeah. We probably might not find if he isn't photography. Is that the? I don't know if those are his pictures. Caramel Studios? Is that him? No, because there it says other names, so it's just like it reacts to nature photography. So that's probably not the guy. Let's see. No, doesn't show up. Oh, there we go. Photography. Is that the guy maybe? There we go. Architecture. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, that might be a bit hard to show right now. Showroom. Okay, the page doesn't. Okay, never mind. Good. Can we go back? Yeah. Good. So yeah, that's kind of hard to find. All right. Anything else to show as photographers from the community? Oh, is the stream not working? By the way, I upgraded my internet, so it should be even better now from the quality and stability. I hope so. Yeah. Good. Yeah. We can also look at the exercise works if you want to, or you want to suggest some more people for the that we can look at as photographers. Oh, sorry. All right. Good. But that was really interesting to see these kind of different kind of basically generations of photographers. It was also interesting. Yesterday, I was looking like at older music, because it started out basically by reading about older artists, like friends of famous artists. Look them up. What do they actually do? What kind of style do they do? And then I looked into older music of that time. So I got a bit sidetracked, of course. And at that moment, I was kind of reminded, because the artist also said in an interview, yeah, that guy, he had his time because he was like famous for a bit, and but then it was over. And it's so interesting that if you think that you have, let's switch this over real quick, that basically every generation has its, oh, I want to show you something. I can switch that over too. 1 second. Every generation has their kind of artists, and they are important, and they spend all their lives to kind of develop these kind of things that are influential, important at that moment, at that time. And then like some generations, like 2 generations later, you don't even know them. You don't even know what their kind of importance was or stuff like that. So that is so strange to think about that. 1 second, I'm looking for a picture here. There it is. Oh, I have to rotate that. Can I do that? Maybe I... 1 second. Oh, God. Oh, there we go. Okay. Can we zoom in here somehow? Done. 1 second. Sorry. No. Okay. Let's hide the info. So, okay, so let's switch over. Sorry for that. There we go. So here, these 2 guys, those are my, grandparents, basically. But the interesting thing about that is, if you look at their dates, with the names and stuff down there, you can see when they were born. And if you look at the clothing they're wearing, like this is a real old schooly kind of clothing, and this is kind of the long ago, completely different time, completely different kind of ideas about clothing and moral and culture and all these kind of things going on. So very different from today, of course. But if you look at these dates here, so this guy, he was, special name, of course, also. It was in fashion back then. 1850. So he was born 1850 to 1924. Now, the importance here is, if you think about Picasso, for example, there we go. So Picasso was born, he was born 1881 and he died 1973. So they basically lived during several decades of the same time where Picasso was around and did paint and did do art, And that is really like crazy if you think about, let's go here real quick. Picasso, there we go. No. Picasso, there we go. All right. So if you think about pictures like, I don't know if this is an actual Picasso here, but that's probably, this one is one, of course. There we go. Bust of a woman. All right. So if you think about this picture here, and this is what I said last time in my mini live stream about this kind of difference between art and design, stuff like that. So he was born in 1881. My grandfather, who looks like that, was born in 1850. So a bit earlier, 30 years earlier. But look at their clothing. Look at you can imagine what kind of culture they had, what kind of pictures and music and stuff they liked, stuff like that. And then you look at this guy here, and then you look at this art here, and they lived through a time where stuff like that was painted, and it's like crazy. They can imagine what kind of a huge gap was between the modern art back then and the actual culture in the public back then. So you can also imagine that for the public, it doesn't probably had much of an influence that this art was around. It was like, if you think about the most crazy things you can find today in art, and that would be like some people know it, but most people don't know about that. But then later on it becomes influential. But you can see the huge gap and how things become influential a lot later, like decades later, than they have actually been produced in art. And that's also the big difference between art and design, because back then design probably wouldn't do stuff like that unless it is design that is also artistic design. You know what I mean? So that's pretty interesting. Let's see. Let's look at the chat. Sorry for that. Where did I leave off here? Contrast and crisp editing. Yeah. Don McCullen. So there's another French Latin. Okay, we can look at them too. Are they German? Yes, they are German. They are, yes, German, basically more like Austrian, because the how can I say, the borders of the countries have shifted. So now they are like the region now I think is Poland, but back then it was Austria, but the people in the area was seen as German people. And they also were afterwards like moved over to Germany in the time of war, which they didn't live through, of course. But afterwards, my grandparents lived through that Second World War, and they moved to Germany afterwards. Yeah. Photography was a special event. Yeah, you dress up, but I mean, you don't they wouldn't go around then afterwards and just look like modern artists from Paris, of course. So this was, of course, like more their fancy dress, of course, but the everyday dress would be as shy. Do you know what I mean by that? Like not showing too much of everything and stuff like that. So fitting into the time, of course. So there's a huge a difference between like the art scene of that time and the culture of that time, and still is. You know, if you go to a gallery right now, there's a huge difference between what people do in their everyday life and what art does in art today. So that's a huge difference. Am I on the right screen? Yes. Okay, this time I thought about it. So that's good. Modest. Yeah, more modest. Right. Yeah. My grandparents are from Galicia. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting to think about, to read about these overlaps and what happened at the same time, because then you kind of really appreciate it. Because now it looks like, yeah, okay, he painted a little bit different, so what? But if you compare these two, it's like, to even be able to think in that dimension, to paint like that, that's an achievement that's like incredible. Like you would think you want to paint, or let's say take a photograph today in a style that would make sense 50 years from now. And how would you even come up with that? How would you even think about that? How would you like imagine what would change in photography? So it's kind of completely new perspective on photography that is so new and so different that in 50 years from now the people say, yeah, okay, now I get it. You know, that is a really huge achievement. Yeah. All right, enough about art. Let's go back to photographers. Sorry, like that was completely wrong. Enough about painting is what I want to say. Of course, photography is also art. Let's go here. No? Good. All right. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Another like wartime photographer. Let's see. Maybe let's close this part here. Oh, wait a second. Are people trying to join here? Let me quickly have a look at that. No, there's just some other updates here. Okay, so let's close this. Have a look at that. Wow, okay, cool. War photography, also New York Times. It is really amazing when people take these risks to take pictures, you know. And also, not only that they take the risk to take the pictures, I'm also really amazed of the people who allow them to be photographed, because they're like in a war situation and stuff like that. And sometimes, or they are like dictators or drug dealers or I don't know, other kind of stuff. And they allow themselves to be photographed and give interviews and stuff like that. It's really interesting that these kind of things happen. Yeah. So that's really amazing. Wow. Takes a lot of courage. And you still have to take good pictures. Not like you go there and just because you might die in that situation, you can take bad pictures. You have to still take amazing pictures. That's kind of funny, this one. I'm not sure if he knows what's going on behind the corner. Wow, okay. Crazy stuff. Main gallery, okay. Let's have a look at the website of that gallery real quick. I don't think he was passed away at that time. Was he? Like when? Wait a second. I mean, Picasso was very active very early in his life. So let's see. What time was that? Just to have a look here. What was the painting we looked at before? Was it this one? Let's go here. So this is his early stuff. Is this his early stuff, or am I saying stupid things? No, this is from his blue phase. So he painted like classic painters did before. But this doesn't give you any dates, right? So this is 1907, 1932. So maybe you're right. And this was a lot later. That's interesting. Let's look at this one here. Wait, just to figure that out real quick. Why doesn't it say anything here? Most famous paintings. Let's see that. Okay, it's Pinterest, of course. 1 second. We can only take 100 years now to find that. 1932, 1921. We have already seen that. 1937. Guernica. '32. So 1 second. Let's bring this over here real quick. Google. 1 second, and then we go to the homeworks. Sorry. So where is the picture of my relatives? There it is. So he died 1924. Oh, maybe you're right. That's interesting. Wait. Cubism. Cubist art? Cubist art. When was that? Cubism. Oh, that's how you write that. Okay, good. Associated with... Yeah, but this one was 1910, for example. I mean, they have been pretty old at that time. They have been... 60 years old, which back in the day was pretty old, to be honest. There was Proto-Cubism, 1907 to 1908, and then early Cubism, 1909 to 1914. Okay. So this was 1907, this one here. And, I mean, those are different pictures, of course, than I showed. So the other ones, you're right, the other ones have been done later. This was 21. This was 14. Okay. Yeah. But still, I mean, that's still pretty modern. Like, this is more classic, of course, but like compared to the later stuff of him, but it's still like, yeah, pretty extreme. Okay, so let's go to the homeworks. Let's go to Facebook. I have to find the post again. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Announcement. There we go. All right. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah. All right. So let me close this. Is my stream still on the right? Yeah. Good. Right window. Cool. Try Robert Frank. I will look at some more photographers later on. But thank you for suggesting them. Sorry, that was a little bit like confusing right now. I'm still getting used to this kind of interactivity with the community. All right. So let's have a look at the exercise post from this week. So just to get you the exercise this week, it was overlays, to use overlays. To combine different photos is a lot of fun. An overlay is basically a photo that you put on top of your picture that you have and use blend modes, blend ranges, masks, and stuff like that to create cool effects inside of your image. You can do a lot with that. I, of course, posted a Pinterest board with some ideas. Of course, I don't know the work process of these photographers, but in some cases, like here, you can see that they used overlays, sleeping guy and some jellyfish on top of that. And that's a pretty cool effect. They also painted in a little bit some light, or maybe they had some lights in the room while taking these pictures. So this could be actually a burning umbrella, but you could also as well put some flames on top of that later on, although this looks a bit melting here. So you can see there's some pretty interesting effects, or this kind of double exposure kind of things. Not really double exposure, but this is basically done with an overlay. So you can do some really cool effects also this year on picture. So there's very nice ways to do that. Okay, so let's have a look. Sabine posted the first picture with the lion. Pretty cool. And a very nice association between like the hairiness and bushiness of the dandelion and also the real lion, basically, which in German it doesn't have any connection from the name, from the flower. No, I'm completely wrong. It does have an association even more, because in German, I was thinking about another flower. Sorry, I was thinking about a sunflower. In German, it's called the lion's tooth. Löwenzahn is the name of this flower. I think basically because of the leaves, because they go like this, so they are kind of like spiky and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Very nice overlay. Very interesting work and association. This is also this kind of thinking of, and I think this is where overlays is a really inspiring way to do things, because it's so easy to do these kind of patches and just stick things together and then tell stories with them. So you can get a really interesting way of imagination working with pictures. These kind of things can be really cool when using overlays. Flower cut, lion tooth. Oh, she's even saying that lion tooth or Löwenzahn. Okay, cool. So we had the same thought here. That's cool. Yeah, I mixed it. Very nice. Okay, let's go to the next picture. Can I just go to the right? No, I can't. Okay, let's go back here. So there's the next one, but I think this picture is just an explanation maybe for the last one. This is the plant with the flower and the seed. Yeah, so you have kind of a image of both of those. Yeah, you can actually make salad of these leaves down here. So I don't think I've ever eaten that. Yeah. Hey, Ronald from the Utah, USA. Thanks. Yeah, composite also uses these kind of overlay layers, but overlay is kind of just a way of using layers. You can do composites, but you can do a lot of different things, like just putting like a lens flare effect or stuff like that, or a grunge effect on the picture, or all these kind of things, or like other kinds of effects. So it doesn't have to add an element to the picture in the sense of an object or something. It can also just add like a light effect or stuff like that, sun rays or clouds replacing a sky maybe. Is this replacing a sky a composite? Not sure. So there's the next post by Twen. That's a pretty cool one. I took a library photograph from Unsplash to put two sheep I cut out from a photograph I took a few years ago into I took a few years ago into the library. Then I put a lightning photograph from Unsplash as overlay in the middle of the photo. After that, I put another overlay that covered the whole photograph with a dark blue threatening cloud sky over it. I had to take the sheep to the top because they had become too dark and dirty. I recolored them with blue. Okay, cool. Very nice. Yeah. So, really interesting picture. Very nice putting them also in the room and basically removing the roof of the sky. It's like, it's a cool combination of all these kind of elements. You can see how like easy you can combine new worlds, different worlds, just let your imagination go wild. I'm not necessarily seeing the like the combination between the sheep and the thunder or the lightning, but still, it's a pretty cool idea. And also like I think that actually the blue works pretty well here, and how it integrates the sheep with the room and with the light of the room, which is kind of nice. Also light coming from the top, and also on the sheep the light is coming from the top, not from the side or somewhere else. So that's pretty cool. Very nice edit. Very cool. Good stuff. Yeah. Good. What else do we have? Here's another one by Ken. That's also cool. This one I think is a 3D character. I think like today the graphics are so good, sometimes you don't know, but I think this looks 3D. And this is like I was asking, he says, are they ghosts or something? So I think he said, yes, they are ghosts. And there's a pirate ship in the back. So that's a pretty cool combination. I'm not sure what else he edited in here, to be honest. Like maybe he put in the sky with the clouds or something. But it's pretty nice. It's a pretty interesting kind of idea. I mean, they are kind of just like posing in a way where they're like, why are they there in front of the camera suddenly, like hovering over the water or something? So story-wise, there could be a bit more hint of what is going on, but from the composition, also from like mixing together the colors and stuff, I think it fits very well. So this is a kind of a very nice exercise of putting these together. And I like the atmosphere in the picture also. What does the chat say? 1 second, maybe I put it here on the side. When you get a minute, would you explain how to open Affinity Photo file after reinstalling software? After building new computer, message says that I don't have permission to open file. I don't know. I cannot really help you with that, because that's like, it's a technical issue. I don't know what's going on. So normally if you reinstall the computer, and it should all work, maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. Sorry. I have no idea about that. You might have to check, like, for example, with Windows, if you change too much of the hardware, like, for example, a new hard drive, a new graphic card, all this kind of stuff, and then restart Windows again, the license will not realize it's the same computer, so you have to renew the license. I don't think Affinity Photo requires that, to be honest, because they're pretty open about their licenses, so that shouldn't be a problem. I would ask them directly, like go to the forums, post there. Let me quickly check the... there's the link to the forums, and post your problem there, because this is a technical problem. You need a lot more information to answer that. That's a longer process. But that's your best bet, to just go there and ask them what is going on, if they can help you, stuff like that. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next picture. This one I have looked at is very wild. Also by Sabine, thank you very much for posting another picture. This is very wild. There's a lot of stuff going on in a lot of different sizes, like the small car and then the giant foot here. But that is okay. It's really okay to just like play around in Affinity Photo, mix together whatever, because you can come up first of all with really good ideas, and you can make also concept work. Like this is basically how you do sketches with photos, like you just bash them together and see, is there a cool idea? Could I do that without really caring if it fits, if the like sizes or all these kind of things match together? You just want to put out something where you try out ideas and you see, hey, maybe this could work. And if it looks good, you have something that you could then put a lot more work in and make it into a real work. But as a sketch, it's like it should be in the flow, it should be dirty, it should be fast. So you just have your creative juices flowing and not get sucked up by the details. So this is really cool, just bashing the things together and see if they work, if some cool stuff is produced. And if you save them over time, you can create kind of a sketchbook of all your kind of different ideas. So that's really cool to do that like that. And there's a lot going on here. I'm not even sure what the connections between these things are, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, so that's awesome. Let's look at the chat real quick. 1 second. Put it here on the side. Or search YouTube. Yeah, that could also be good to search YouTube to get maybe a video about helping you with that problem. It's a file ownership issue. I don't know. I have no idea. There's a technical issue. I don't know about that. Yeah. So... no, I haven't heard about that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wish I could help you more. If it was something that's common, maybe I would have heard about that. But with technical things, it's always, there could be so many things and reasons for that to not work or stuff like that. That's kind of hard. Yeah, but if you Google it or look on YouTube, or if nothing of that helps, also go to the forums. There you should get some quick answers to help you with that. Yeah. All right. So pretty cool work. Keep up creating like that, being creative like that. That's pretty cool. Very nice. What's the next one here? Butterfly in the night. Oh, also Sabine. Okay, cool. That's also very nice. You can see, like, just put things together and you get some really interesting results, even if they are rough. Doesn't matter. Like, there's a lot of rough stuff here, like how the clouds are put in, and you can see down here the brush strokes still from changing the color settings and stuff like that, and how can I say, the wings overlap back here, the figure, but that's all okay because it's still a cool composition. You have a cool sketch, and also the elements have a really nice combination. So you build up basically your repertoire and your kind of visual, how can I say, archive that you have in your brain, and also of things that work great together. And this is basically the most important thing, that when you come to a creative problem, you need a creative solution. And if you have tried it before, even if in a messy way, you can say, hey, if we combine these two things, that gives a really cool effect. So I have done that before. I know that works. Now we only have to figure out how to do that better. So this is a really good process to do it like that. And also a very nice picture, very nice combination. Very cool. Okay, let's go on to the next one. From, oh wait, there's another, what is this? Okay, that's just the question. All right, so by Peter Ford Wang. Okay, cool. So in this case, I'm not sure if this is a combination of different pictures or just an overlay with different kind of colors. There's some stuff going on here in the wings. Looks a little bit like laser light effects or stuff like that. You can see also here on the body of the, I'm not even sure, is this a hawk? So interesting. Okay, very how do you say, psychedelic from the colors. Pretty interesting. Very different style also. But you can go in these styles too. That's also, like, photography is not always just about realism or like putting things together so they feel real, but it's also about, like, you can try out whatever you want, and if it's kind of the style you want to create. Why shouldn't this be photography, you know? So that's pretty interesting to go in these kind of styles. Maybe you even see this too rare that people have these kind of experimental drives where they really go and do some strange things with photography that are more unexpected. So that's pretty interesting, even if it's very strange. But it looks interesting, and it's kind of a very cool experiment at the same time. So that's nice. What does the chat say? Really quick. How long have you been using Affinity? Oh my God, I don't know. Maybe 3-4 years, stuff like that. Before that, I was with Adobe. It was around the time, maybe a year after Adobe started the cloud thing. So at first I was a fan of the cloud thing because you get a lot of updates, you get all the kind of functions, and they really put in a lot of things. But then I couldn't really use all these things. So for me, it didn't make financial sense to have these kind of things together, because you're always kind of thinking, yeah, I will do like video editing and sound editing and all these kind of stuff. But then you never have really time to really use that in a way, to an extent where you would actually need to have these kind of things, you know. So at a certain point, I thought, I don't use that. And Affinity Photo had everything I needed to work with my customers, so that was good enough for me. And when I did freelance jobs for like agencies or stuff like that, they had their computers with the software, so I didn't have to own the license. They had the license for them, and I worked in their office on their computer, so that was also pretty nice. So 1 second, let's go to the next picture. There, oh wow. This is very nice. Okay, interesting. So like I said, it's really cool results. I did not expect that. I thought like people might be a bit overwhelmed with this task, but they get really cool results here from Baldric. I found my selection of the dragon figure very tricky. I definitely don't understand how to do complex selections. The smoke and gradients, thanks to Olivio, were much easier. The original fog image was mine. Okay, pretty cool, very nice. And this is really the hardest thing also for me, like you see it when I do in live streams, this kind of photo works, that it's so hard to find the right pictures, especially in the right perspective, that it fits and it has the right kind of emotion and posture and expression and all these kind of things. It's so hard to find the right material to work with. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool work. And back here, either the tail is burning or he's coming out of a gate, but it's pretty cool. Very mystical how he is in this kind of steamy lake here, or foggy lake maybe. It's kind of fun that the fog in the sky looks like a lion face a little bit, or an ape face maybe. So that's kind of maybe not in the sense of the artist, but there's a little bit of a face in here, so that's cool. That's interesting. Yeah, very nice. Okay, let's have another look at the chat real quick. Chat use started using it. Any chance you could look at one? Sorry, can you write that again? I have no idea what that means. You can look at Elf My Photos. Sorry, you have to write that again. I'm not sure what that means. How can I share an image so you can analyze it here? I do weekly exercises. I just started using it. Change here. Could you? Oh, okay. So she retracted it. So I do weekly exercises. You can change the. You can. Sorry, you can. Sorry. You can join. Sorry, my brain was completely not working right now. You can join my Facebook group and post it under the exercises. There you go. That's the group. Join there, and then you can like post it for the next week. For next week exercise. Tomorrow I will announce the next exercise. First time posting. Please excuse me. Thank you. No, don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, nice. Okay, interesting. So next work by Rushab. Very nice combination. It's kind of, this is a toy car, or at least it looks like a toy car. So it's kind of interesting to have a real car, a toy car in a real photo. The perspective is actually pretty good. It's not completely right, I think. The car seems to sink a little bit on the back side into the ground. But it's still pretty cool. Very nice photo edit. Also, I'm not sure if you painted on the light here. This kind of looks nice with the light coming here. I don't think there should be highlights on this side because they are the opposite side of the sun. But it's a pretty cool effect. Very nice. Also, the shadow is nice down there. So that worked out. You might want to, you can see here the shadow here is sharp and here also sharp. So if it goes further away from the ground, it should get more blurred the further it is from the ground and the further it is from the light source. So this is a bit too sharp in this area. Maybe here it's more okay. And also you can copy the shape, put it upside down, and then stretch it out onto the ground so you have the same shape for the shadow and the car, because here you can see the wheels don't give you like a round shadow, so they are not you see it's not the wheel shadow. Here it's better. On this side it's a lot better with that shadow. Okay, cool. So let's have a look at the chat. I just started using Affinity Photo. I recently did a cool image. Any chance you could look at it? Are you part of the Facebook group? Because then you maybe could like post it in there or something, and I can have a look at that. Yeah. So if you're in the group, post it in the group. I guess you use the same username there. Hot Wheels. Okay, cool. Saturation. You use saturation to change the light. Okay, interesting. This one is also cool. Is this like, did you follow the Affinity Revolution tutorial for that? Because that looks very similar to that kind of woman going out of the ground, swimming in the street. That's interesting. Very nice edit. Also very, like, the perspective is matching very much. So that's pretty cool. Very nice. Also from the light and everything mixes really well here. Of course, the ship is too small for the road, but that doesn't matter because still, I mean, it's kind of a fantasy thing going on here. So that's pretty cool. And all the colors are matching really nicely. So that's a really good work. Also by Rushab. So thank you for that. Very cool. There we go. Another one by Linda, or is it the first one by Linda? I can't remember. Wow, okay. That also looks very nice, I have to say. Very cool. Interesting. So I guess the girl was added, but a tiger was already there. But this is a really nice edit on combining these two pictures. The only thing I like that breaks the illusion a bit is the shadow under her feet. Probably you want to make it darker here where it's closer to the foot. And here it's kind of down here that the shadow is a bit messy. I don't even think the shadow would go back that far. And it's so dark that you don't really see where the step is really going. So the foot looks like it's floating a little bit in air on that area, but the rest is really cool. Also, combination of these two pictures. One other thing maybe is that the photo of the tiger is kind of blurred, but the photo of the picture is sharp. Of the girl is sharp. So you might blur her also a little bit, so you have the illusion they are in the same picture more. Yeah. But otherwise, it's a really cool combination of these two pictures. And you can see here, there isn't much shadow in the picture on the line and stuff like that because there's an overcast. So you can see in this picture that it has been a cloudy day. And this is very helpful or maybe they are inside with kind of opaque windows or stuff like that on top. So there isn't harsh light falling onto the ground. And this is very good if you want to do these kind of combinations of real pictures. If you do it on a sunny day, you always have to fight with the shadow and light source and all this kind of thing. But if there's an overcast, you don't have that at all. There mostly isn't any shadow and no highlight, stuff like that. So it's a lot easier to combine two pictures together in real life, for example. Yeah, so yeah, very nice work. Very cool. I let my cat out real quick. She wants to go to the kitchen. I'm back in a second. 1 second. Wait, let me... Okay, I'm sure my cat will be back in 5 minutes. They always want out and in and then out again and in again. All right. Another cool work here. Again by Linda, very nice. This is a good work here with the shadows, very nice. Okay, cool. Again, maybe the shadows you can see here, like in this case, you can take notice on the blurriness of the shadow edges from the ice bear here. Polar bear, and see how blurred are they, and then you try to mix the blurriness here and also the darkness and also the color tone to match this shadow to that shadow and make it a little bit blurry, a little bit darker, maybe a little bit bluer, as you can see here, so they match better. And then you can also maybe take liquify to try to bend them a little bit so they like follow the ground that they are falling on. They look a little bit bent here, but I think this is just the position of the arm. So you can see here from the head that there is a bulge in the snow, but not in the shadow. So this, if you bend this a little bit, it might look better. It doesn't you don't have to do that, but it might be an additional like help. But the rest is pretty cool. The colors blend nice together. Very cool. Very nice. Yeah. Again, with these two pictures, like again, also with the kid in the foreground, you want to adjust also maybe a little bit the blurriness. Like this guy is more blurry, so that's good. Maybe it's okay if the kid is sharper in that picture because maybe the focus is on him and then the background is more blurry with the polar bear. So it might be okay, but it's still a pretty cool edit. I think the colors on the kid might be a bit too warm compared to the rest. Like you can see here on the polar bear, there's a lot of blue on him. So maybe making him a little bit more blue might also be good. That guy is already kind of blue, so that's fitting better. All right. Is my sound on? Yes. Okay, cool. Good. By the way, my timed... Oh, yeah, it worked. No? Does it work? No. These chat timers don't really work, right? I've only seen one chat timer so far. Anyways, okay. There's another one from Linda. Pretty cool. So this week we have really a lot of entries. That's very nice. Okay. That's actually pretty nice. And no, wait, she's not really standing on the, so you can see here, for example, like, the line looks pretty cool, but maybe the problem is that there is no bend in the line. So maybe if you put bend that just a little bit, so you know that there is weight on that, because it's just, in this case, a straight line. And I think this is not the original line, but it looks pretty cool. Very nice again. Very, very good work also with matching the colors, stuff like that. You want to, like, it's just a little bit of change from the colors on the girl to match it better. But you can see that it is a slight difference where you know that she's not actually there. So to adjust it a little bit better, maybe use this kind of when you go, let's open up here something. 1 second. To adjustments, and then down here you have this color balance adjustment, and there you can adjustment shadow, midtones, highlights. Shadows is very extreme, so maybe do midtones and highlights, and there you can adjust this balance between these colors. And this is a very nice tool to get it a little bit closer just by moving it around and go with your eyes to see if it matches better or not. And you can also squint with your eyes, so this gives you also good feedback on if things are matching or not. All right, very nice work. Okay, let's go on to the next one. This is by Arthur. Can cat and owl combined and blue rectangle overlay set to soft light. The Pixabay gods were with me today. Okay, that's nice. I can't see a cat. Oh, there is a cat. Okay. I didn't see that. Very cool. Okay. So that's a pretty cool edit. I think like the head is a little bit different from the size, sorry. So here you can see that the owl head is going up there a bit too much compared. Like, I can see the cat head is ending here with the ears, so you know it's also ending here on that side. So maybe to make that a little bit bigger. But then on the other hand, probably the eyes of the cat wouldn't have matched the position of the eyes of the owl. So that's still pretty cool. The only thing that's standing out here is this part here that really gives it away. But the other side is really awesome. Also, the colors match very nicely from these two animals, so pretty cool. And also the color overlay that you have done gives it a really cool atmosphere. Very nice edit. Very, very cool. Pretty cool idea also. Yeah. Very nice. You can do a lot with animals and matching them up and combining them into new kind of breeds. That's pretty cool. A cool photo editing exercise. Very, very nice work. Cool. Yeah. All right. Next one. Oh, it's already the last one. Sean posted to something. Cool. Very nice. So you have here text over the face. That's nice. The eyes are cut out here. No, are they cut out? No, the text is going over the eyes too. So what does he say? The Woman Writer by George Sand. For the text, I use displacement filter to deform it. That is also this is very hard, especially over the face. And the thing about the face is, for example, like if you learn, for example, sketching, stuff like that, you shouldn't start with the hands or the face to start sketching, because not only are they the hardest things to draw, but also these are the things we look at the most during our day. So we really recognize little changes in like if something is right or wrong. So this is pretty hard to do. And you can see, of course, it doesn't match 100% the shape of the face, but it's a pretty nice attempt. And it's especially nice if you think that Liquify in Affinity Photo is maybe not the best Liquify tool out there. So it's pretty hard to get the right kind of shape and curve to actually follow a surface. Sorry. Yeah. This, by the way, reminds me of a pretty nice artist I really like a lot. She's called Nashin Neshat, I think. Let's see. Yeah, Shirin Neshat. She also has this kind of famous work, this one here. This one, I think this one is more famous, at least I know it more. But she works a lot with these kind of text things. You can see here she's just writing on the picture, which is also interesting. I didn't know that actually. So I don't know what she's writing. So I like her pictures. I didn't really read up on her works, but I mean, they look very aesthetic. So they are very like impressive as works on their own. I didn't really read up much on her works, to be honest. Probably something political, I guess. But yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, I should read up on her. Yeah, very nice work. You see, she uses it a lot in a lot of different kind of pictures, always with the text written over that. So that's really interesting. And of course, probably comes out of this tradition here to paint the hands. I don't think this is a traditional hand paint, but you know what I mean. This kind of hand paint you do for marriages and stuff like that. So that's really interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you very much for the work. Very nice, very interesting. I don't know what the text is because I can't read French, so that would also be interesting. But also, I don't know is it a specific woman here that's depicted, maybe a writer or something, or is it just a portrait of any kind of woman? Oh, okay. Sorry, I haven't seen your posts. Let me quickly do this over here. There you go. 2 people want to join. There you go. So now you should be able to post in the group, and then we can have a look at that. Okay, thank you very much. Good. All right. So, what time is it, by the way? To move this over a little bit. Yeah, okay, cool. So maybe let's start with some editing. I will see when you post something over here on the side. Good, that works. What does this say? Google user. Okay, interesting. I'm new to Affinity Photo. I wanted to bend a road that was coming straight at me. What tool would I use to bend the road? I mean, it depends on how you want to bend the road, basically. But there are two different tools that you can use for bending. Like in that kind of way, I would suggest, like down here, you have this mesh warp tool. That could be good to bend a road. Or you can also use liquify. That's a bit harder to use because it's kind of pushing the pixels like a brush when the surface would be liquid. So that's a bit harder to use. But with a road, you can use we can actually, let's look for a road picture. Again, thank you to everyone who took part at the exercise. Pretty cool things. Thank you very much for posting them, for sharing them. And yeah, very nice, very inspirational works. There we go. So let's go like this, clipboard. Okay. So let's say you have a road like this. Let's rasterize this real quick. And then let's cut this road out here real quick. Just make a selection. Like that. Okay. So basically, if you use the mesh warp tool, you have these kind of, okay, maybe that's, does that work now if I bend it? Yeah, you can bend that, you see? Like that. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but you can bend it like that. And also what you can do, by the way, let's go back here. If you click here on these lines, you double click, you can create lines in here. As you can see, now I can move only this while the other part is standing still. So you can decide how you want to bend it, where you want to bend it, all these kind of things. You see now there's a little edge here in that kind of thing. But it gives you a lot of possibilities to bend things around in the picture. You know what I mean? So that might be a way. And then, of course, liquify, you go up here and you have these tools. But to bend it like sideways like before, that would be pretty hard because like here, you just like you move in little steps along. This is actually set too hard. You want to reduce the speed and then like slowly bending things over. And this gives you the ability to be like, you can see like with as if this would be liquid, you can do some really crazy things. Of course, this starts to stretch the pixels pretty soon, as you can see here. So you can also get some pretty ugly effects from that. All right. Let's have a look. I think the guy posted something. Liam. Oh, there's Liam. Okay, cool. So let's bring this back over. Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. Inspired by Lockdown from the Serif video series that they're doing right now. So that's pretty cool. Very interesting. So this is kind of like taking two photos and then deleting these parts here so they match up with the rest. This is always cool. If you take your own pictures, you of course have this ability to just create whatever you want, be super creative with that. And you can see with these kind of simple effects of taking the hands on the face and then off again for the second picture, you can simply combine them. And this is really cool also with the added fog to give it more mystery. And the shadow in the background is also cool. Maybe it's a bit too much, but it's still cool because it adds this kind of additional kind of horror effect. But the hands that are growing out of the face alone are already pretty awesome. So really cool. Very nice edit. Yeah, very creative also. Cool thing. Thank you very much for posting that. I have to put a button to mute my sound. All right. Yeah. So welcome also to the community. Feel free to post things and ask things and stuff like that. And by the way, everybody, please respond to other people, answer questions, stuff like that, because this is meant to be like a community where everybody helps each other. So yeah, good. All right. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you. Let's go to Pinterest real quick. Wow, my brain today is really mixed. I made this kind of board here. I kept it private. Maybe I can also make it public. Because I thought like, hey, why not collect ideas? I always talk about, hey, inspiration is interesting, is important, get inspired by other artists. But I never show this in my own stream. So I made some, I collected some pictures to get inspiration for our stream today. So maybe, yeah, we can use some of those to create some cool stuff here. Yeah, that might be interesting. For example, this one could be interesting because we had this picture of the astronaut on, no. Did I write it wrong? God, my brain is not working right. Oh, I wrote astronaut. Okay. These are the astronauts from Austria. The astronaut. We had this guy here. This is also a pretty cool picture. Where's that guy? We have used it in another photo edit before, that guy here. Sadly, there is only 2 pictures of that guy from this photographer, and in none of these pictures you can see him. Oh no, there you can see him with the full body. So maybe we can use that one. Here you also can't see him with the full body. So that's a bit sad. But maybe if he's kneeling in a forest and there is some bushes in front of him, that could still work, right? So that might be good. Okay, so let's maybe do something with that, because I really want to use more of these kind of inspirational things here. And also it's so easy. You go here to more ideas, and then Affinity Photo just keeps suggesting to you cool stuff. You can just click on save. This is cool. Also, you can save that. So there's a million things to get inspired by. There's a hole in the sky. Also very nice. We can do that maybe someday. This kind of looking out of the window and then you see the earth, also a great idea. So we can do these kind of things. I think I already saved stuff like that. But like, do these kind of collections for yourself and think, hey, this, I like that. Let's create something like that for myself, you know, just play around with that and see what you can do. Of course, if you see a lot of these pictures here like this, and you think like, wow, it's hard to do that. This might be a 3D graphic. So the way why the light is so like fitting here is because probably this is rendered as a 3D graphic. It just looks really realistic. So some things are a bit too hard to do in photo editing, but a lot of them can be do quite easily, I think. So let's do the stuff with the astronaut. Let's find the picture again. 1 second. Where was it? Not that. There we go. Okay, cool. So you can use that, and we have to look at the stream because I really want to have the stream. Sorry, the chat, not the stream. What's going on with my mind today? In the stream. Okay, cool. So thank you very much. Oh, and by the way, I thought I want to start to talk about topics while I edit. So we can have conversations in chat while editing. That's also cool. Can you, by the way, see my screen? Yes. Okay. Whew, so much things going on. I think I'm a little jumbled up in the mind today because I did all this kind of setting up the software and these kind of new tools where you can see the top donators and the live stream and stuff like that. And also like connecting this thing and stuff. It was all a little bit too much maybe. And then doing the live stream is a little bit, yeah. You get a little bit crazy in the brain. All right, so let's close this here. Let's close. Now we can keep this open. That's our screen that we need. We can close this and that. Let's close some windows here. save some memory. All right, so we need this one open. We could try that guy here. So let's download this picture real quick. There we go. And we can also try that one. Maybe he's signaling. He's in the forest. He's signaling to be picked up or stuff like that. Okay, so now next one we need a forest. And then we see what we can do with that. It looks really easy. Maybe it's not. And of course we need some kind of cool forest here. Sorry. Rainforest, let's see. We can also build our own forest, of course. But let's try to find a picture first that's kind of fitting. I mean, that looks pretty cool here. Not much vegetation, but we could maybe add that on our own. So that looks kind of spooky. That is not too bad here. Let's find some pictures that could work. Oh, that's also a nice one. Kind of like this one. That looks very strange. How good is the quality? It's very blurry. But I mean, maybe if we make it foggy and stuff like that, maybe that doesn't matter too much. I like that picture. Let's try it with this one. And maybe it gets a bit darker. Yeah, you're welcome, Liam. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's put this in here. Place. Downloads, there we go. And then also place these two guys in here. Let's go like that. Boom, boom. Okay, good. So we have that in here. Okay, first of all, let's find a nice way. I don't like that stuff over here. But that's kind of these things guiding the eyes towards that kind of region here. So we can put that guy somewhere here, maybe. He probably shouldn't be too small. Let's have a look at this other picture where the inspiration. And my cat wants to come back 1 second. Sorry. Kom, Belusa. Yeah, Mama. All right, I'm back. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Let's copy this over real quick. Just to get like a dimension here. So in this case, for example, the guy would be this high. All right. Oh, we can actually... Let's delete this, and then we save this. Save. Yes, please. And then what we're going to do is we go here to swatches, and then we create a palette from an image. Select image, take this one. Let's say we want to have 10 colors. Preview, that looks good, okay. Let's create a document palette for this one. All right, so here we have now our colors that are like inspired by that other picture. So let's see if we fit that guy in here. Kind of that size. So we don't have to use these colors, but we can use them as a little bit of an inspiration. Let's multiply or kind of make a rough, let's make a rough mask of that thing here, that guy, like that. just to see how he looks if he's part of the picture. I'm holding shift, by the way, so it creates these lines, and every time I click it creates a point. So this is a very easy way to create that. There we go. So I have already created the mask, so that wasn't ideal. Boom, there we go. So we have this mask. We see the guy standing here. And then we also have the other guy, so let's try to fit him in here too. Just to see like the comparison, if he's better or the other guy is better. So this guy maybe could even be a bit bigger than maybe like that. Okay, let's go like this. Make also a selection around that guy. A lot easier. Let's go in here real quick. There we go. Okay, mask, boom, ready. Okay. So we have this guy. Looks actually better, right? This is a bit like, nah, but this is kind of cool. He's right in the right position and stuff like that. I feel like he is more fitting to the situation. We still have to figure out how to do the background and stuff, but I think for a start, he kind of fits better in here, but we have to build up the light situation. And you can see now like how important that is. If you look at that picture, you can hardly see the guy. And here it's built up like the background is pink and the foreground is orange. So these are contrasting colors. And then the background is light and the foreground is dark. So this is again another contrast. So the readability is really high, and also with the outlines of the astronaut. And then you have this kind of lighter reflection in his face. So you have this kind of thing that you remember from the sci-fi movies where they have these reflective surfaces on there. And so it's easy to understand what's going on here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. He doesn't have his visor down, or I don't know what that English word for that is. Okay, so we could now do a smart selection around that guy. Let's turn off the mask. Let's see if we can do a better selection. We can actually remove the guides now. Boom, okay. Let's see if the selection brush is giving us... Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Actually doing a good job here. Although it's very similar from the background and foreground colors, so I'm surprised this works so well. Subtract this part here, boom. I should have done this compared to my lasso selection. Maybe next time I will. All right, so we have this. Let's go refine here real quick, boom. And then that is kind of a good start, not 100%. Apply, make a mask, good. Okay, so we have this. And then we can go in here like last time and just brush out these areas a little bit better where we want them to be brushed out. Let's make this a bit softer here. Oh, sorry, my voice. Is this the right color? No. We need to go, oh, wait a second. Let's go black here and white on the other one. Okay, now I can just brush this in here again where I want to have it. Is this a detail I want to have here? Maybe not, right? Delete this real quick here. There's some other parts we want up here. Maybe this one. Okay, there's nothing behind that. That looks good. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, this looks messy. Whoop, wrong side. There we go. Oh, that's the background. Okay, this is not actually our picture. That's what's happening in the background. All right. That looks all pretty good. This looks super messy up here. Let's see. Okay, that's actually pretty hard to see what is going on here. I can understand why the brush didn't make it. I think it's going like that. I'm not completely sure. Whoa. Let's make this a bit bigger. Otherwise we're here tomorrow. All right. There we go. I think this needs a bit more detail here. And then we can remove these parts maybe. What is... Okay. Yeah. So that looks pretty good. What about the ground? That might be a problem. And also we have this kind of thing here in the background. We have to find a solution for that. Let me see if maybe we find a moss picture or something. Let's maybe from the same guy, where we could add some moss in the foreground. No, he has only one picture like that. Let's look here. What is that? Okay, that's strange. Oh, this one is also nice. Interesting. Okay. Let's try and see if we can find some things in here in the picture, like for example this stuff here, and then put it over his legs or near his legs. Let's rasterize this real quick and then select these parts here. So if I put this down here. Oh, by the way, I wanted to have like a conversation. Let me see. Conversation. Oh yeah. I think this was suggested by Sabine. I can't remember. Sorry. What are your favorite tools in Affinity Photo? Write in the chat so we can talk about that while I do my editing here. So we have both things going at the same time. Good. Let's paint in here. I have the chat here on the right side so you can see what you're saying. We want to take probably another brush. Let's try this one here maybe. That's pretty big. What's the color? Ah, it's not too bad. Okay, let's make this a bit smaller. I'm not sure this actually looks good, but we will see in a second. Whoa, okay, that's too big. Blend ranges is very nice. Yeah, that's my favorite tool also. That's cool. Definitely masks. Yeah. What is rasterized used for? Rasterize is used for when it's image, you can't copy elements out of it, out of the picture. So you have to rasterize it before, and then you can select and copy elements out of the picture. So this is why I rasterize them beforehand. Okay. Good. So now this is a bit floating here in the air, so that's probably not the best way to do that. What could we do here? I mean, I can just like mask these things out. Let's mask the things out down there. So blend ranges are also my favorites, especially like with lightning, stuff like that. That is super useful. And of course, mask, you use mask all the time. So yeah, especially like painting on mask is one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, you can like, you can use them for almost everything. That's really the nice thing about masks, that they have, so they are so like wide range usable. And also the blend ranges, that the things you can do with that. The thing I don't like is the way when they stop to kind of, sometimes there's stupid effects going on that are not really helpful. And then that's kind of a problem. So this didn't really work too well. But let's duplicate this real quick and then put it in the back. And see if we can like maybe stretch this out a little bit. Wait a minute. Let's rasterize this real quick. Rasterize also removes the mask. And so now this is just one thing here. And maybe if I stretch this out a bit, we can combine that in a way. Maybe we should just put some bushes there or something. Wait a second. So I will erase some parts here of that. 1 second. Let's make this smaller. Or let's undo everything. Let's go like that. Okay. And then I'm going to erase some stuff here. Like so. So we only have these parts left down here. And then I can basically... Oh, there's some more stuff here. 1 second. We have some more stuff down here that we can't see. Good. And so now I basically can use this like a brush. Let's put this on top again. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here still. Is this better now? Yeah. Okay. Let's resize that. Make a bunch of copies here. Okay. Let's put all of them together in a group. Rasterize that. And then maybe I can punch some holes in that with our eraser and this kind of brush here. It's not too shabby. Not too bad. Yeah, that's kind of good. Let's put this guy a little bit lower. All right. So that's kind of cool. Sorry, I should look at the chat. Hey, my chatbot is posting something. Good. Oh, you retracted the message? Why? Okay. Inpainting is very nice in certain situations. Yes, it is. I still have to kind of get a better friend of inpainting because often it does like things you don't want it to do. So sometimes they're really pain. But inpainting is pretty cool. I want to like, maybe I can do a tutorial of that. I want to rebuild pictures of my relative for my mother, so I can reprint a picture of her, no, of her father. Oh, maybe I can't make that, but I think I already have done a tutorial about that with the in-paint brush. But sometimes actually the clone brush is better for that because it just, in the clone brush you know what it's doing. And with the in-paint brush sometimes it's like just going crazy. So, but for simple fixes, sometimes it's a super easy, super fast tool. So that's pretty cool. Yes, the live stream is saved. Yeah. Thank you for joining. Yeah, you can watch it later. It will all be online. All right. So basically we have built this up. Now we want to think a little bit about, first of all, why are these still here? Are they gone now? Yes, they are. Okay, cool. About the light situation here. So we have this guy here. In the original picture, our inspiration, it is like this. So we can think a little bit on how to do that, where the light might come from. Of course, from up here somehow. So let's paint in a light situation. We can delete this guy, by the way. And what is this? Oh, that's our background. Okay, so we need that, of course. The color adjustment we don't need. So let's make a layer here for the background. And we can actually use the colors we have found in the picture with our swatches to give it a first try. Let's switch over to our brush here. We can use a brush like that, not a problem for the moment. Let's put it to screen maybe, I don't know. Just to like get a first impression. Okay, that's completely not what we want. Is this brush? Okay, that brush is a bit better. All right, good. So this is just like getting an idea of the light situation. I'm not going to do it like that. Just want to have a first impression of what is going on here. Okay, let's set it like this. And then, sorry, this is the wrong one. Now we had this other color. Maybe let's take this color, make a second layer on top of everything. Like that, okay. And so, what is the other one? It's hard light. So let's set this also to hard light. That might not work, but we can check it out. So let's see. If we paint this now, like that. Also the guy. Probably the guy in a different color, right? So let's restart that real quick. So this is just like to get an idea where to put what. Okay, where's the other color? Let's make this guy brighter. Let's make an extra layer for him. Paint a little bit on that guy here. Brush is way too big. And then probably some more of the pink up here. So the light is coming maybe in from over here somehow. Like that. Huh, interesting. Okay. I have a comparison here. They also have this darker, but in our picture don't think it makes too much sense. Although, one second. Let's take the blue again. And this back there could be more blue because it's more in the background, right? So more like that, and then there's some light coming from here. Okay, let's try around. Let's play around with that. Good, so let's delete these layers. Good. Okay, first of all, let's make a rectangle over, and by the way, feel free to use the chat. Keep going with the chat. There we go. Where we have our swatches. There we go. Mythical Gradients 2. Oh no! Oh no, these are the other ones. I thought I didn't install them. There we go. So we have a lot of that stuff. Let's see, what do we have here? Let's rotate this real quick. Boom. and then mix it with the picture. Hard light. We can go hard light. It can be pretty dark here. Background is also nice. Let's try some other light situations here. Could also use a round one. Let's see. Let's go like that. It's probably a better idea. Let's drag this out. Maybe I shouldn't make these packs so big, right? There's so much stuff in here. I mean, this one is pretty nice. Also nice. Oh, that's the wrong one. That one is nice, but it's a little bit too dark on the other side. So let's stretch this out here a little bit. So that's a good start here. Like so. Let's put this maybe... we can go like that. All right. So the light is coming from over here in that case. Good. So now you can see, like, it's of course not very readable at the moment. So we have to make it lighter here in the middle. So the big question is how. Oh, by the way, this time we could actually try to use this light effect thing here that I don't really like, but we can try. So I merge everything, and now the thing is we need to have a bump map for that. So for that I'm gonna make this black and white like this, and then I'm also going to blur the picture like that. Let's go like this, preserve alpha. Let's go like that. Okay, good. So we can export that now. JPEG, export, downloads, that's okay. Good. So now we can turn these things off again. Turn that off. Good. And now if I use this filter, lighting, which doesn't work because I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. Again, lighting. So now I can put this here, and you can see it says load bump map. So I can load now my blurred picture, and that should actually create a nice bump map for me. Not sure if it does. Let's see. Doesn't do anything. Oh, because I haven't... I have to use the texture here. Ooh, okay. That looks not good. Wait a second. Outer cone, inner cone, ambient light. Oh, here, specular, shininess. Yeah, that is not good at all. Why is it on this side, not on the other side of the tree? What is going on here? The only positive thing here is that we can use this a little bit as a guide when we paint in the light. So that's probably a good start. So let's apply this. Ugh, that's even worse. Okay. Sorry. Oh my God. It's not the best advertisement for that. No, sorry, it's just it makes my eyes hurt. It doesn't look good. Oh my God. Okay. But it's a bit of a guidance maybe where we put the highlights. So maybe that's a good thing. Okay. All right. So we can take this a little bit as a guide to now paint in some light here. Let's see how we're going to do that the best way. I could put a filter on the other thing here that we have created before, or we can paint on that. Let's see if I make a pixel layer and then paint on that. real quick. So like, for example, let's take the pink light we have found in the original picture. Take a basic brush this time and paint that in. So if I paint it like that and I set it to screen, how does that look? Not good. Okay. Hard light is way too strong. Let's delete this, make the opacity smaller. Should we have that kind of pink light in here? Maybe not. Let's try another light source. Let's go to our swatches, and then we have these solid colors here, so maybe there's something in here that works better. I should look at the chat. Oh, the chat doesn't say anything anymore. Am I still live? Always if the chat is dead, I'm like, hello? Are you still anybody there still? This doesn't look good either. Yeah, it's kind of good idea to mix this in like with a warm color. So that's kind of a good idea with the pink, but the pink is a bit extreme here, maybe. How's this done here? Let's look again at this picture. I mean, of course, this is like more like I would say a 3D render. And it's by Beeble. Oh, Beeble, you have to check out Beeble on the internet. This guy, crazy. He's a 3D artist. He like bashes things together. He's done this, I think, for the last 30 years. Every day, one picture. So this guy really knows what's going on. Hey, Alsh1. Where's my chat, by the way? There we go. Okay, good. All right. Hi, how are you doing? Okay, so now we have to figure out how to put the light in here. Why? Oh, wrong window. Okay, good. Let me use my classic ellipse, light ellipse here. Let's see how well that works. Like so. Maybe make this a bit bigger, 250. Yeah, but the only thing that looks good here is hard light, right? Wait a second. I have my laser things here. Where are my styles? There's the styles, okay. Laser delight, full shape. Oh no, this is something different. Light leaks is also something different. Light leaks. With the light leaks. Light leak gradients. So these are the linear ones. They're not the linear ones. Why doesn't this change? Radial. Sometimes this doesn't work in Affinity Photo. Yet now it works. Okay, cool. But with this blue, it doesn't work. So maybe I guess we have to paint that in. Where's the laser? Neon pop. Oh wow. Okay. Let's see. Effect, Gaussian blur. That's too much. Or maybe we can do it bigger. Let's see. Yeah, but it doesn't really work. I return this off? No. Okay. So that's a big question here. How do I bring in the pink light so it looks nice? I want to try one more thing. 1 second. This is the ugly effect. Okay. Let's merge visible here. And then go here, HSL. So maybe that could be a thing. Let's try that real quick. Invert. Okay, so now we can paint a mask on that. Okay. So now I can use this tablet here with the pen if I find the pen. There's the pen, okay. And also, 1 second, sorry. Oh my God, too much stuff here. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Let's see if this is any better. Maybe just make this a little bit bigger. Oh, I haven't used these things in 100 years. These kind of like where you just have the pad. Do I have the grabby thing? No, I didn't set it up. Okay. 1 second, I need to use my mouse. Let's make this a bit smaller here. So, oh, 1 second. Let's paint this here also. This is actually not too bad as a starting point. Switch the color. A bit darker over here. So okay. The background looks good. The background looks interesting. We need to fix these details here a little bit. Let's try that. Black. Let's see. Oh, okay. Didn't think about that. To be a bit softer here. Whoops, no, don't. Maybe I should paint with black onto these, because now they get blue, and that looks a bit strange. And also I don't really hit the outsides of them. I think I will do this differently. Why doesn't this go back? Oh, it does go back, okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I will create a new layer, set that to soft light, and then maybe just darken these areas. Let's see. Let's see how that works. Does this do anything? 1 second. Not really. It's not getting darker? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. It is. Good. So let's work on these areas here a little bit. It's not really working that well, huh? Let's give me some more opacity here. I was wondering if you use a color gradient based on the swatches you created to begin with, and then maybe paint it in some light. Yeah, I'm trying to paint in some light at the moment. Just trying to figure out the best way to do it with this picture here. Maybe I should make a selection of these areas and then paint in the selection. Let's see. This was like, it seemed a lot easier, the idea of creating that, than the actual thing. Always that way. Let's see. Did that help? Yeah, it actually did help a bit. Okay, that's cool. Good. So we still have to fix that area down here that doesn't really look good at all. Like this stuff here. Okay, I need to go the other way. We could actually like set some highlights on that guy or something. Or maybe we make him extra. Like do his effect extra. Let's remove the effect from him real quick. This is actually a lot better using this kind of tablet. It's pretty cool. I didn't set it up right today, didn't have the time, but you can see like going into these areas is a lot quicker. I'm not super precise at the moment because I haven't used it in a long time, but it's a good start. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I think it's all still a bit messy here. Let's wait a second. I will duplicate this real quick so we have a backup. Oh, this is actually also nice. Okay, so I have a backup of the prior version basically. And now I can, let's turn this on here. So this could be helpful now. Let's reduce this so we just see it a little bit. Can we actually, one second, can we use the blend ranges to just show the highlights? Yeah, that's good. Okay, good. So I use it like this, just as a guidance. And then I will paint on this one. Reduce the opacity. Let's use my tool here. And I thought, like, when I paint on this now here, I can make these look more like they are in the shadow. Let's give this a try real quick. Why is this not working? Hello? Oh. Yeah, wrong. Huh? I can't use my middle mouse to move the canvas. Okay, that's strange. I can't use the canvas at all. Okay, something is not right. It's probably a tablet. Let's save this real quick before it crashes. 08. Good. What is going on? Let's close this and open it. Okay, working again. So let's turn this off real quick. Maybe I eyeball it. It's a bit better, maybe. Okay, brush. The settings are still there. Let's make this reduce the flow a bit, reduce the opacity a bit. There we go. Okay, that's way too little. Still. I'm not on the right layer. Okay. that was stupid. We are here. Okay, that's good. All right. Now it's too strong. 1 second. Sorry, this project is like way more work intense than I thought. I thought this is like a quick one, but it is completely not a quick one. By the way, I don't think that my pressure is like changing the size. There we go. That's better. Okay, so I will paint in these effects real quick, and then we can adjust the colors of that pink light and see if that looks good. Maybe it doesn't, and then it was all for nothing, but let's see. Okay, so that's a lot better. We need some effects up here, so let's turn around our brush, make it smaller, paint in some light effects up here. Maybe also here a little bit. Okay, and here let's go the other way, darken it. I like the light filter you used before. Really? But that looked really bad. The slide effect or what? Okay, there we go. So let's see. We have here, like you can see, the light is coming from that side. So this is why that side is a bit brighter. Let's reduce that stuff here a little bit. And also down here on that side. All right. So now let's go into the filter, play around a little bit with the colors here. I mean, the pink is a good idea. It is really a good idea. Maybe a bluish pink like that one. That seems better. Okay, so can I blur this, by the way? No. Okay. Let's make a mask from this and then make a new layer. And then maybe fill the layer with our pink color from the original picture. If I find that. There it is. Okay, there we go. So let's give me a big brush, full opacity. Paint that in here real quick. Okay. So now we have this. We can now blur that. Turn off the selection, blur that. And then Screen doesn't look good. Wait a second. Let's delete this again. Make a new one. New layer. Select, shrink that a bit. Ooh. Apply. Let's see how that looks. Paint the same effect on that. Okay. Bring this in a little bit. Let's make this strong and see what the blend range is, what we get. Okay. Good. Let's make another layer. Now I can turn this on again, see what's going on here. It's actually not even hitting the right spots, I think. Okay, so this time I actually want to see here. Let's duplicate this real quick. Put it on top. So we have that, and then we can go to our channels and see if we find one. It's very dark. Maybe this one. Load pixel selection. And then let's feather this a little bit so it's softer. 5 pixels. Okay, so let's turn this off. Let's first go back to our picture. That might be okay. So let's see now if I paint on that. What does it hit? Let's give me a strong color here. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, good. That wasn't the effect I wanted. Okay, so let's make a mask from that onto the picture. Good. And now let's see, for example, if I use white and I paint a little bit in here. Where's my... Oh, there we go. Okay. Make this bigger. Make the picture a bit smaller. Where's... Oh, there we go. No, that's not what I wanted. Sorry. Let's reduce your dynamics here a bit. Come on. Sorry. blur this. It's not bad, but it's not what I want. Let's undo this real quick. Reduce the opacity. Let's give me some black here. Why is this a gradient now? There we go. Okay. It's still very kind of not bright around the guy, right? So that's a problem. And also we have to now, let's edit the guy here. I think like that light situation looks kind of good. Do you think it looks good or it looks stupid? Maybe that's a bit too bright here on the, over the kind of leaves here, but it's kind of interesting. We still have to work a little bit on light situation. But we can now paint the guy a little bit more. This is our HSL, right? Yeah, okay. I can actually duplicate that. Or, by the way, let's duplicate this real quick. Go out here. And then adjust the second one with a different color. I mean, the way it was is actually not bad like that. Let's reduce that. It makes the color a little bit more interesting. Good. Okay, so let's paint on this guy to give him some interesting light situation. Let's see if we paint this overlay. Makes that side darker, okay. Okay, so let's paint a little bit on him here. Make that area here a bit darker on that side. Also down here where the legs are. Okay, new layer. I have to do this on the end with the face. All right, let's have a look. He looks a bit dreamy, but maybe that's not the worst thing in that case. Okay, let's take some of this pink, put it up here. Maybe make this a bit smaller still. This is already that. You know, one thing I really don't like is that, okay, I can actually set the blur here, but like it would be good if you could set not just the hardness, but some blur inside of the brush. Because sometimes when the brush gets smaller, also the hardness of the brush gets less. And sometimes you want a small blurry brush, and this doesn't, sometimes it doesn't work. So, and then it's not so cool. Wow, this is gigantic. Didn't need that. I think it's also the wrong brush. Let's take this brush and make it small again. Yeah, this is probably not going to be a good work. I don't know. What do you think? If anyone is still watching. But I also want to use the stream to try some new things. So it's good to experiment a little bit. Even if the outcome isn't amazing or so, you know. Just want to give this guy some glowing edges. Oh, and I also wanted to edit the face a little bit. I thought I put in some highlights. Probably the maybe the edge of the thing here. But I have to say, with this little pad to paint, that is really a big help. I didn't expect it to be that well, even if it's not even adjusted yet, to work with it. It's really very helpful. So you have this small, tiny thing. Okay, let's see. Why don't you use the brackets to adjust the brush? I don't know. I should use them probably. You know, it's kind of these old habits where you do things a certain way and then you just keep doing them even if there's better ways to do them. Let's duplicate this real quick. Blur it even more. Let's give this guy kind of this kind of dreamy character. I feel like that's kind of a good thing for him. Also, maybe let's make this thing more glowy on the edges. I feel like that could be an interesting effect. It gives this a bit more story. Okay. Give it more hardness here. Bit smaller also. Is it not erasing anymore? What's going on? Oh, no, it does. Okay. More hardness. What the hell? Oh. Wait a second. I did duplicate that. So probably I have to now delete this one and then duplicate that one. Yeah, there we go. This is why the other one didn't look so great. Okay. Okay, that's not good. 1 second. Maybe I should just use some lines there. Okay, I will fix this in a second. I think we're gonna use our pen tool for that. Let's paint on the face real quick. I'm gonna, maybe, should I duplicate this? No. Let's make a new layer here, also hard light. And then paint a little bit on the face with our pink color. Eraser. This is too hard. Let's undo this real quick. This is okay. Make it softer. Reduce the opacity. There we go. I think it would be like that, right? Oh, that was too much. Okay, then duplicate this. Put in some blur. Reduce it. And then let's make another filter. Sorry, another layer, also hard light. Where's hard light? Can't see it. There we go. Okay, good. And then, yeah, let's just paint a little bit on here. Over there. And down there. And over here. And then we need our eraser again. A little bit bigger. Not that big. There we go. Okay. Blur that. And then maybe like this. Let's see. Okay. This one is a bit strong maybe. Oh, maybe not. Let's leave it like that. Okay, cool. So now let's go here, make a new pixel layer. And then we take our good old node tool here. Make some lines. What is this? Is that a finger? Oh, that's a thumb. Okay. So I go until here. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Stroke, we need the stroke wider. Like so. Put some glow on that. Pink. Maybe blur it a little bit. There we go. Okay, good. And then we could also do an ellipse down here. No filling. Is that correct? Can't see anything. Where's the effect? Let's turn the line off for a second. Think it's like that. Yeah, that's better. Okay, good. Let's turn the line on again. Also some glow. Also a bit blur. Bit glow. Okay. I think these are the layers we turned off. Now the middle part here looks a bit stupid, right? So maybe that is too much. 1 second. Let's turn this down. Okay, let's turn this glow off anyways. And then let's make this thinner here. Yeah, like that, okay. Maybe change the color a little bit. There we go. Okay. Wow, that's turned out pretty nice. Now the forest doesn't look so good. I think we did a pretty good job here in the face and the disc and stuff like that. Maybe that's a bit too much here from the glow. There we go. So the forest looks a bit funky now. But we haven't even added the fog yet. So let's add the fog and see if this kind of is a help. Where's our good old fog brush here? There we go. Okay. Let's make that maybe pink. Maybe pink. Let's see. Give it a try. Don't cry, give it a try. So let's see. No. Just on the fog, please. Okay, so maybe the fog in the front doesn't really make too much sense, so we have to build a little bit fog in the background. Let's delete this real quick. Sorry, I have to look at the chat. Hi, Ronald. I experimented and found that the way to open files that require permission, just copy them to a new folder and hit the continue button on Windows pop-up. Works so far. Yeah, it sounds like you have set something wrong with the you have set something wrong with your permissions, file permissions. I guess. Maybe you have created a guest account where you don't really have rights instead of being on an admin account or stuff like that. Sorry, what did the other Herman said? Maybe the shadow light on the right is a bit unreal. You could blur it like you did on the face with some fog. The shadow on the right of what? The shadow light on the right is a bit unreal. Of what? On the astronaut, like up here, that stuff here, maybe you mean? Also, we have to fix this part. That doesn't look good yet. We have to still do some painting in here. All this stuff up here looks crazy. So this is a lot bigger project than I anticipated, but I mean, it's good fun so far. Okay, let's paint a little bit more on this. Let's duplicate this again. Turn it off. So just so I have a backup. And then I think here in the background, I want to make this darker. So let's reduce the effect back here. Make this black. Where's my brush? There we go. Way too big. Oh, that's the fog brush. Okay. So let's do this a little bit here. And then I put in some fog. And then we see from there where we go. This is too hard. And also too intense. The size is okay, I think. Okay, good. So let's remove this back here. I think a lot of this stuff here has to go. Make all this stuff here a little bit darker. Also here. And also that part here. But it's coming along. I think we're getting, we're going in the right direction here. Maybe we have to paint in some light around the astronaut. Okay, so that's a bit better. So now let's make a new layer on top of everything. And let's go to my swatches. Mythical solids. There we go. So let's see if we paint on this bigger size. Let's make this completely soft. Okay, so if we paint on this now back here. Okay, this is wrong setting. Let's go with hard light again. Make these areas here even darker. Also over here. Okay, let's make a second layer. Maybe take a brighter one. See if we can turn this into a light effect. Let's blur it up a little bit. Does it do? Yeah. Okay. add is kind of nice. Reduce that a bit. Okay. Take my eraser. Need to remove some parts. Is this changing the size? No. Okay. Set that up. Good. I wish the preview of the brush would also jump in size when I go with different kind of like pressure. So I have a preview of what's going on, because it's kind of hard to see what you're doing. This here is a little bit strange. But I think we're coming closer and closer to where we want to go. This is a bit too big now. Let's go a bit smaller here. What does the chat say? I hope you have children and have this much patience with them. You wish, yeah. That I don't even have that much patience with my cats. I'm not a patient person, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not. I'm kind of short-tempered. I have patience for art, but this is because I do stuff on my own. I call it my what is it called? Me time. Me time. I need a lot of me time. Like, I'm not a patient person at all. Because my mind is always focused on like thinking about stuff or doing stuff. It's also like almost never I have time to listen to music or something, because I want to think about things, and then the music is in the way, and I'm like, come on, enough with the singing right now. I need to think about stuff. So I turned it off, and then, okay, why did this move? So there we go. But it's good that you are patient enough to watch this. I really want to add some sun rays here. I need to, like, maybe not sun rays. I really need to find some good, I need to build an asset database of stuff that I can use with the with my pictures, so to be a bit quicker with the work. Okay, let's make this smaller here. By the way, if you think about it, maybe this is a good topic to talk about. If you think about business and patience, and business means you have to go for years. You have to stay interested for years doing something. And in this case, like, money is a certain, like, how do you say, motivator in that kind of sense, you know? Like, if people tell me, yeah, I'm just doing it for fun, I'm just doing it because I like it, I already know they're gonna not do it for a long time. Not with like that kind of drive. Like, I know you have hobbies or stuff like that. I'm talking about right now things you're doing not for yourself, but as a service for other people. This is what I mean by that. So, for example, with my YouTube channel, you know, like, you have to be, either you're super patient about that and you really, 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 really want to do that. Like, this is everything you want to do in your life is this. And then I can really believe that you will stay motivated for years and years to come. But if you do it as a service for other people, even if it interests you, at most in, like, let's say 18 out of 20 cases, or even more, let's say 95 cases out of 100, they do it like for some months and then not really motivated. And of course, you don't have the finances to even like invest to get better over time. So yeah, that's not how that works. And money is just like a good motivator where you say, yeah, well, it works. It gets something back. I can build up my business. It gives me safety also. I can pay my bills, and you feel like really appreciated at the same time. That is a big motivator, you know, to really stay and do something. As simple as it sounds, but I mean, we are simple like animals as people, you know. What is this? This is the wrong thing. I'm adjusting here. Wait a second. I just painted a shadow here. So what layer is that? That's this layer. Okay, good. So that is as simple as it sounds. That is a big part of that. I mean, this is also why we give people trophies for sport events and stuff like that. It's not just willy-nilly because it's fun and it looks good. It's because this is something that drives people to do it and stay like with it, stuff like that, because they want to get something from it. There is a huge difference between someone telling you, that's a good work, like with an artist, like you hear a million times when you do an exhibition, yeah, that's a nice work. And then you say, okay, buy it. And suddenly it's not such a nice work anymore. They're like, not really. And then you know, okay, it was just like a nice compliment, but actually they don't believe it's a good work, you know? So that's really a differentiator here. I mean, of course, if you don't have the money, that's a different thing. I'm not saying you have to buy it necessarily. I'm just saying, like the saying goes, if you can't put the money where the mouth is, then often it doesn't mean so much. So this is a good proof of concept, like where you see, do I actually have something? Is it actually something good? Stuff like that. It's the same like any kind of thing that's uncomfortable with you for you. Like, for example, if you ask your fans if they can help you move, stuff like that, and then you see who your actual good friends are because the others say, I don't know, I don't have time, and then, yeah, that's that. So it's every time there's a little bit of pain involved to get over something, to still find it good, you know the person's actually interested. So this is also kind of a important thing, you know? Everybody wants to be appreciated for what they do. Is this done? I feel we could still work like for hours on this, but I don't want to like have you watch and me do this forever, painting in little details and stuff like that. I feel like the astronaut really looks good, like for the amount of time. The landscape is, the smaller the picture is, the little nicer is the landscape, to be honest. It still has a lot of work to be done. But I mean, this is the inspiration. Of course, this looks a lot better, but this guy is amazing. He did this for 30 years. So, and this is a 3D graphic. So of course his light is like on spot, while my light is just painted in. This is something like there would be so much stuff we still have to paint here. All these kind of little details to make this better. Also, this kind of blue stuff now bothers me a bit. Oh, wait a second. If we leave this out, what is this actually? What does this do? Color dodge. Wait, let's make this 100%. Oh, okay, I see. Wait a second. So maybe we can fix this a bit quicker. Let's duplicate this, turn the other one off. Save this real quick. Put this to 100%, and then maybe delete some stuff. Is that maybe better? And like, to get back to that topic, I would really suggest to you, if you want to do something creative and you like, or you want to build up a project, like you say, hey, I want to start my own YouTube channel, or I want to become an online streamer, or I want to do an online blog or stuff like that. Take really into consideration at the starting point could I make some money with that? Because this will keep you a lot longer motivated, and it will give you a lot more potential, and also people take you a lot more serious. That's the other thing, right? If you meet other people, or you want people for interviews or other stuff or projects and stuff like that, and but you make nothing with it. It's just a fun project for you. And the other person is a professional who has a lot riding on their time. And for them, spending time on you is actually an investment. But you do it for free. They are not going to take you as serious as when you say, well, this is an actual business. I have as much riding on this as you to make this successful, to make it an actual good project. For example, in the past, when I was more into game development, there was a famous Vienna game studio. And I was thinking like, hey, I could go there and ask them if I can work for them for free, just to learn what's going on. I can do whatever, like cook coffee, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be game development, just so I can see what they do and learn a little bit. But they told me, well, that is really nice. You want to do that. But if you work for free, we have no control over you. We don't know if you will actually do the work. We don't know if you will actually present quality or just waste our time. Maybe there is something time crucial or some other stuff, and we need that done, and we gave it to you because it's just a menial little task, a chore or something that's not that important, but still you didn't do it. And now, so our reputation, our reputation is on the line because you didn't do your job. And we couldn't even make you do your job because we didn't pay you in the first place. So this is why we're not gonna take you as a free employee, because it might hurt us even more than it helps us. And we rather pay someone for good work than not pay someone for just sitting there and learning a little bit and what's the benefit for us, And that just really made sense. I really understood that makes sense, I mean, this is also why they say you get what you pay for, right? So there's a big difference there. And it is also useful to think about these kind of things, and also for your own life, right? So what do you want to do? Where do you want to end up with your project? How much do other people take you? Do you want to be taken serious with that? Stuff like that. So that can be pretty important. And of course, money still is a big decider about that. If you can say, hey, you know what? I do this. I run a successful business. I know how to make this into an actual successful project. People will take you a lot more serious, and you will also get a lot more opportunities to do that, So that is a factor that is not too bad to think about, right? That is actually important. There we go. Maybe that helped. Let's see. Yeah. So this is what it was before, and this is what it is now. A little bit more light in there. Let's go with that, right? Let's say that's good. There could be a ton more stuff done, but as always, well, we have to say at some point, let's go to the next project. Let's merge visible here real quick. And then, wait a second, I need to put that on top. And then soft light. Reduce that a bit. It's just a little trick to see, maybe sometimes it helps. I think in this case it doesn't really help. Yeah, doesn't need that. Okay, cool. Good. Squint the eyes. I can still see an astronaut looking at the disk in a forest, so that's pretty good. Okay, cool. I think we have that project finished. I am actually happy compared to our inspiration. I think we did something that is pretty nice, pretty interesting. Not perfect in any stretch of the imagination, but as a starting point, it's pretty cool. Whew, all right. Still someone there? Okay. Should I start earlier with my streams? Because always to the end, it's just 26 people or something. Is it too late now? Maybe I should start at 7 and then go until, I don't know, from 7 to 10 instead of from 9 to midnight. Maybe that's better for most people. Because it would be better if there would be more people at the end of the stream. I don't, maybe my stream is also boring. I don't know. All right. Should we do another picture? Or like, I mean, I worked for ages on this one thing. That took like, I thought that's a quick one, but it wasn't. Okay. From 8? Is it better from 8 to 11? This time is fine by me. Okay. I had to actually look up my analytics or like these statistics from YouTube to see where the people come from who watch my stream. Because I made it a little bit later, so people in the US have it not too early in the day when they want to watch, but maybe at this time they are at work or something like that. So maybe it's a bad time for them. I don't know. Should we do another picture now? Or not? What about your patience? People do not have the patience. Yeah, maybe. But on the other side, you have streamers who go like 8 hours, you know? So people can go on and off. But like there is always a through flow, basically, of people who hop on and off. Nobody, or not a lot of people watch the full stream. But it would be cool if over time it gets more people. But I haven't figured out yet how to do that. So I'm not a really good streamer at the moment. I'm still learning. I haven't done that many streams, and for that it's pretty cool how many people actually watch the stream. We could try this kind of window effect here. I have still to get a ton better at these painting of light. I think it's really getting better. Like, I really enjoy how this astronaut turned out from the face and stuff. And this kind of light effect from the side looks pretty nice. That is maybe a bit meh. I could have done that better. But, I mean, from the face and things, it looks good. And also this kind of shadow over here. Maybe the shadow is a bit too pink. Yeah, but it's still not too bad. But I have to get better at that. All right, sorry. Let's go back here. There's a guy sitting at the window. Let's bookmark him real quick. Let's delete everything on the right side here. Oh, I closed my Pinterest. That's not good. There we go. Okay. And I'm really getting used to streaming. That's also the good thing. Like before, when I started, after 2.5 hours, I was like really depleted. But now it's like pretty okay. So there's another one. But that's pretty bright. Maybe that's not the best one. Oh, maybe we can also look below. Let's have a look at the stream. I still have to get a plugin to stick the window on top of the top of my things here. You need to do TikTok. Yeah, I haven't done, I do time lapses. I have done them on Instagram. I haven't done that over the last, I don't know how long, months. It's really crazy. It's really crazy how, like, there's always some stuff to do, and it doesn't really take that much time to create these time lapses, but still I'm not creating them. There's one with an airplane. This is not too bad. This is actually, this would be easy, right? Because the nose, there's just the tip of the nose and the rest is just like, we could use that. So now the big thing is, do we have like, let's Earth. Is there a satellite picture? I mean, this is maybe a bit too far away. Oh, there's one. It's a night picture though. There's another one. There we have some stuff here. Oh, oh, we have NASA is on the, this might actually work already. Where's the woman? There we go. So we can take this one. I hope this is a quick one. It goes to text. Where do we go? There we go. Okay. Can even go a little bit bigger. Let's try to fit this picture in here first, and then maybe we go bigger afterwards. Okay, and then let's have a look at the, it was this picture here. If that works or not. Because I'm not sure, but I kind of think that it doesn't matter too much, the perspective. Because the plane could be in any kind of position. We have to check that out. I've never done a picture like that. Let's see. Okay, let's go like that. What does the mask do now? Wrong way. Undo that. Select, invert pixel selection. Boom, there we go. Okay, so let's place our planet behind the window. Let's see. Yeah, that's not too good. I mean, this is kind of... Oh, we can actually make it also smaller. Whoop, wrong one. Oh, we can make it a lot smaller. That is good. Hello. As is still a bit close to the... I mean, we can paint in some sky here. That doesn't matter too much. But we can't paint in the station. Okay, let's look for something else. With the arm, but that looks a bit funky. Ooh. They don't have too much pictures here. Oh no, we are not on we're not on their account. There we go. That's it. That is not too much. Mask off, okay. Earth, image of the day, image galleries. Genomic pick. Flickr Commons. These are historical pictures. Let's see what the albums are. I'm pretty sure you can use their pictures freely. Earth's Moon, Earth. There we go. 71 pictures. Quarantine has been a great motivator. Yeah, for me too. I've started to learn a lot of things. I learned a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of Chinese. Reading a lot lately. Is someone Chinese or speaking Chinese in the chat right now? Wait, let me. What did I learn today? Ni Qiao Shan Me Min Zi, I think, is what is your name? Which is a pretty long text, actually, for what is your name. Ah, this might be good. What else can I say? Not too much, because you learn these kind of individual words. Practice makes perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is like just play around with ideas is always good. So the last exercise was actually pretty nice to learn some new things. Is this Creative Commons? I think it is, right? Keine bekannte Urheberrechtseinschränkung. Okay, that seems good. Let's download this. Oh, pretty big size. Yeah, let's take a big size here. And then maybe also this one. There we go. Yeah, the satellite is still, it's like they are too big. If it was smaller here, that would be nice. See, like further away. Maybe we can do it like that, but then, or maybe, I mean, if we rotate it like that, that could be working. Is that a good idea? I mean, why not? Could be the side of the Earth. Let's see the other one here. Whoops, that was the wrong one. Yeah. Is that? How's that? It doesn't look that Earth-like, to be honest. Even if it is Earth, it doesn't look that great. Maybe the other one here is better. Or the first one? This one? But this one is like, yeah, maybe like that. Wait a second. Pixel layer. By the way, if you feel like learning Chinese, it's a really nice language. They have these kind of like words like pictures because they have these signs and they are individual words and they have a different meaning, but they put together meanings that are really cool, like really visual, a combination of pictures. It's very nice. Very poetic in a way. And the interesting thing is, like a language, if you speak a language and they have these kind of things, you also like, you think in these pictures, which is a nice thing because it's like, I could imagine that some of the Asian aesthetic from the countries who speak Chinese comes from that kind of, what is going on here? Oh, am I not painting on the mask or what? Yeah, I'm painting on a mask. Oh, okay, good. It has a big influence on, of course, poetry, stuff like that, but also how you think about things. So it's pretty interesting. Okay. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, Jules. I should choose a picture of a satellite. Let's go here and see satellites. Satellite. Oh, I'm doing a resize like it is. I mean, there is a picture. SpaceX. Okay. We could cut that one out. SpaceX. But that's basically it. We can look here. Lunar probe, rocket launch, Mars probe, communication satellites. It's just 15 pictures. Yeah, these are all like old pictures. So that's not so helpful. Saturn. No. Maybe that one, but this is like very straight on to the camera. Okay, let's edit this a little bit more here. I mean, this does look already pretty nice, right? Can move this. Oh, there's the thing again. Let's rotate this a little bit. Can move this down a bit. We need more black here. Why didn't I just make a solid black background, by the way? Let's make that. There we go. Okay. Problem solved. So now what I need is duplicate this layer here, duplicate, put it on top of everything, and then simply go like that, rasterize and trim. So we have this blue, then I go to filter, blur, average. And so now I have this like medium color. And now I can simply go soft light. And that should actually have made the skin look better, but it didn't. Okay, interesting. Let's try this again. Merge visible. So we have everything. Arrange, no, filter, blur, average. Yeah, it's actually a bit better. Let's go in here and then color balance just on the woman and the plane. Is that better? I feel like she should be a bit blue because the outside there's blue with the earth, but maybe not. Wait, let's take curves here. Make this a bit more high contrast. And then we can also go here. I feel that's better. Okay. Put a blue cast over it. Yeah, we can do that. Let's see. That didn't work because that's the stroke. There we go. That's better. Yeah. We can create maybe a mask here, invert that. Put that on here. Oh, it's the wrong way around. Okay. That's not it. So let's duplicate this mask here. Put it on here. Invert. Okay, there we go. Huh? What's going on here? Oh no, that's okay. No, it's not. It's either completely on or completely off. 1 second. So this is the mask for the inside. So if I click on that, wait a second. What is now masked? The inside. So if I delete that and then turn it around, select invert pixel selection. Now I have the inside mask. Yeah. Okay, now it's the right one. Okay, good. Good. So let's have a look at these pictures here, what they did. So, for example, here, they have kind of this vintage effect. Although, like here, also the earth looks a lot bigger because the window is so huge. Also here, they have like these really huge windows. But we don't have that. Let's see. So we have this. We could go a bit smaller. Then maybe put something in the background. But that already looks bigger, even though it's smaller. And we can also... Whoa, wrong one. Turn this around. Let's make that smaller. Okay, but that feels like it shouldn't have that much light on her face. So maybe that's not the best choice. Is it better like that? If it's that small? And I also feel like I want to have more glow here on the back side of the earth. So let's maybe make a curve here. Give me a stroke. Bigger. Glow effect. One second. Sorry. Oh, that is the color. Okay. So let's grab this. Sorry, one second. Okay, let's rasterize this. Don't preserve. Now delete the inside. Can actually go like this. One second. There we go. That was a lot of steps for a bit of glue. What did you say? Message retracted. The light hitting the planet should be in the same direction as the light of the girl. The light hitting the planet. Yeah, but... Huh? But the light on the girl is the reflection of the Earth. So even if the sun would come from the other side, the light on the girl would still be coming from the Earth. But maybe this area in here shouldn't be lit all in the same way. So we probably want to do this part here a bit darker on that side. But the light that's coming right here on the face, that I think that's okay. Let's set this to soft light and then brush a little bit of this light away. 1 second. Let's give this a try real quick. Taking my good old mini tablet again. Okay. So now we have less light on that side. We can make it even darker if you want to. Sorry, what does the chat say again? Where's the chat window? Oh, there it is. That would be a good idea, yeah, to have it like behind the planet, but then I would have to have a mask over the planet, because this is like the black behind there is still part of the other picture. So this is why I created just this glowing line, but I think it works pretty well, even though it took a little bit of time. Previous planet. Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, good. Okay, let me put this over here real quick. I will make a second layer. Let's set this to multiply. Just to see where I paint, and then I will adjust it later on. 1 second. Let's make this a bit more transparent here. Oh, actually, this works kind of good. Okay. What could we do to make this look better? Because I mean, it's kind of interesting, but it's not kind of a really interesting picture. Okay, we have to reduce the stroke here. Let's see with our overlays if we can do something here. Let's go to the other mythical pack with these more colorful ones. But that doesn't, I mean, that's maybe not too bad. More reflective. I'm not sure it would be that blue, you know, because usually when you're in space, the light is pretty white. So even that is pretty blue already. We could paint some light on her, but not like super glowing light, unless there would be something outside that has more of a glow or something, you know. this picture feels kind of boring. I mean, the effect is there, but this kind of composition with these giant windows, that is a lot more interesting, right? Let's see, they put this kind of effect on there, for example. Let's make a curves layer. Give this more of this kind of a bit of vintage touch, maybe. Ah, I know what we can do. 1 second, let's merge visible. Let's see what the good old NIK collection has to say about this. Analog effects. Yes, analog effects. Okay. Smaller, warmer planet with a big blue planet. Yeah, maybe also, yeah. Let's see real quick what our good old NIK collection has. Maybe there's a bit of... That is not too bad. What is this? Oh. Okay. Let's get inspired by some presets here. So that was the classic camera. We have black and white, which we could also do. Yeah. Not too bad. How about this one? That is not bad. Let's click OK here just to save that. And then let's merge again. Make a second version. Filters, plugins, NIK Collection, analog effects. There we go. So what else do we have? Oh, come on. There we go. Color cast. There is a strong blue one here. Bit too much maybe. We can adjust that. The other one is like more warm. The blue one is maybe good. Motion. Yeah, maybe not. Spiral motion. No. Okay, wet plate. Also not bad. Very dreamy. Kind of interesting. What is this? It's kind of ghost. Bouquet. Oh, that's actually not bad. With the kind of blur around her. That is actually kind of good, right? There isn't really a reason for a blur here, but it looks kind of interesting, right? Maybe more on your right side, like that. I mean, it focuses it a bit more to the middle. Let's click OK here. Make another copy. Filter, plugins, NIK Collection. There we go. Okay, one more. Vintage camera. Also kind of nice. We could remove this part here. What is that? The light leaks. Oh, wait a second. I didn't even think about light leaks. That's not bad. Okay, so let's turn this off. One second. This is the one from the start. So let's start like this. And then we have our own light leak, so we can maybe play around with that a little bit. Where's my styles? Styles is over here. They should be down here. Okay. Light leak style set. Okay, cool. So let's go like that. Light leak. Because that's kind of a nice combination, right? To have this here. The only thing, maybe it shouldn't be on the film rim here, right? So we need to make a little mask here from that. Okay, that didn't work. Wait, can I... This doesn't work, really? Oh, wrong layer. Okay. Yeah, that's looks pretty good. All right, so what do I want to do here? I think I want to copy this, put it on top. And now this should work. Or not. Wrong layer. Let's close this. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now we can basically play around with that. Create a bit of light leak. Maybe that's a bit too much light leak. 1 second. So, let's blur this a bit more. Is that a good idea to have it like that? Light leak coming in from the side? Or is it like, why would there be a light leak? Apply. So you think that's a good idea, or does it look stupid? How does that look? It's a good combination, right? The warm and the cool. It's kind of a good kind of mix. I mean, we could also... where do we have the... Let's make a mask here. Let's group all of this. And then put a mask on that. Of course, the wrong way around. 1 second. Select, invert. Mask. And then paint the mask here on the right side to open up. How about that? Is that better? When the light leak is like part of the window here, we have to put some more stuff here on the edge. And we can move the, oh, this is not, that shouldn't be inside here. Let's put this into another group. I can move all of that over here. like so. And then I would say, 1 second. Let's duplicate this and rasterize it. So it's just a pixel layer. And then I move it on top of here. And I put a mask on that is inverted. Select layer invert. So it's gone now. Let's set this to screen. And then when I paint on this, I can then put like a light leakage basically here on the edge. Let's see. Make this a bit softer, like so. The good old pad again. 1 second. Make this a bit smaller. Okay. Why is it so strong? Okay. And then make a second layer, set it also to screen. Give me white. That's good. Blur that a little bit already. And then give me a small brush like that. Higher opacity. No. Okay, that's not that great. That's just like where the... If you can't see where you paint, that's a bit hard to put this down. Okay, let's blur this a bit more. Okay. It's just a little bit more like a shiny edge here. If you have NIK Collection, you go to Edit, Preferences, and then here to Plugin, and then you locate where your NIK Collection is. You click here in Add, locate where NIK Collection is, you restart Affinity Photo, and then all the plugins are there. So that's how that works. Yeah, it should work. Let's duplicate this real quick. Blur it a bit more. By the way, let's see if we have here blend mode that bites into it a bit more. Yeah, no, let's leave it like that. Or maybe lighten? Is lighten better? Lighten is a bit better. Okay. Is that good, or the other version was better, where the light leak came from the side of the picture? So basically, I don't even know where the thing is. There. Like this one, where this comes in from the side, which completely looks different now, because I moved it in more. Or the other version. where this is like here on the side. I think this is maybe a bit better. Maybe it's a bit strange why this comes from there, but again, my middle mouse doesn't work anymore. I think this has something to do with the tablet. Okay, I can't move anything anymore. Let's save this space window. Okay, close it, open it up again. Better? The second version is better? Okay, cool. Let me see real quick. Where did this go? Down here, okay. When we put this here, maybe a soft one like that. Maybe that's better. This is a bit intense here, that one. There we go. Okay. Is that? Maybe that's stupid. Oh, also they are on, this should be on top of that. There we go. Or maybe some should overlap that? Like so? Like there goes a little bit of stuff on the... I don't know if this would happen actually. Probably not. Hey Rania from Canada, thanks for joining. We are already at the last picture, so you're a little bit late, but that's okay, don't worry about that. Okay, I think that's it. That's actually pretty okay now, I think. Looks pretty okay. Good. Let's go back to the talk screen again, sorry. Let's switch over here. Boom, there we go. Yeah. We can actually put, let me do this real quick. Where's the last one? Channel space. Let's export this as a JPEG. Let me see if we have the backgrounds here. Oh, I maybe take the other background. Browse, downloads. So we could actually put this guy behind me. There we go. Oh, I can't. Wait a second. Come on. No, not me. The guy. There we go. Okay, so now he's behind me. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was a pretty long stream. I think maybe it was more like interesting this time with chat interaction and stuff like that. I have to still get better at that. Yeah, and the new features. Is the chat still there? I think it only kind of restarts when you change something, you change the scene, then it restarts. I have to figure that out if I can make it permanent or something like that. Okay. Wow, yeah, that was pretty nice. When are you scheduled for Affinity Photo lockdown? I don't know. They mailed me. I sent them my video already and the files and stuff. And I also give out the Mythical Gradients 1, like the first part, because I'm using that for the tutorial as the Pro Pack for free, as a little welcome gift to the people who watch that. And also who don't know my channel yet. I hope they like the video. I did also like an alien kind of photo there. So that is hopefully interesting for the people to watch. Wow, this is pretty high up here. And yeah, it should be coming, I think, on the 11th, although that's pretty soon. Maybe they moved it up a little bit. Let's see the schedule real quick on their site. What is the name of their channel anyways? I think Affinity, just Affinity, right? Or is it just Serif? Affinity? 1 second. No, it's just Affinity. Whoa. Okay, there we go. So they have scheduled stuff on the 10th, on the 9th, on the 12th, and the other one is on in 7 hours. So there isn't anything for the 11th, when if I see that right. So maybe mine is still coming. They do these drawings of the artists, which is very nice. And I sent them a picture of me with my cat. So let's see if they do me with my cat or just me. Yeah, let's see. I hope my video holds up nicely compared to the other creators out there. Let's see. There's interesting that they don't just take people who do tutorials, but they also have a lot of other artists, also for the other software, which is very nice, like these illustrators and stuff like that, and people who do these kind of like professional photography. I think there was a guy doing like macro photography or something like that. So that was pretty interesting. I haven't watched most of them yet. I didn't have time yet. Yeah, so others are creating a 2-color screen print. That's also nice. Yes, some pretty cool stuff in there. And they really, like, it was a really good thing to do that for their channel. Because before that, I think on most of their videos, they didn't have that many views. Like, more than I have, of course. Oh, no, they actually have a lot of views. Because now they get a lot of views for these videos. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Very nice. Let me see the chat. Where's the chat again? There it is. Okay, cool. Whew, yeah, that was a nice long stream. I think we went over 4 hours. I don't know. I'm not sure right now. Where's my stream window? No, almost 4 hours. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, have that. Getting better and longer all the time. Although I want to keep it at 3 hours. I don't want to be like a streamer who is on for 7 hours or something like that. It's not the best thing to do. But yeah, we did 2 pictures today. One was like, I thought the first one would go a bit faster. And then we can create 3 pictures. But it was, yeah, but it was really interesting. Nice learning curve there. I need to get better at this light painting stuff. Okay. Whew, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and well, see you on the Facebook group and also in the next tutorials, stuff like that. Let me quickly post another link to the Facebook group so you can join there if you want to. There we go. We are closing in on to 1,000 members. Well, now we have 867, but it's pretty cool. Pretty nice growth of the group. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, RMD80. See you soon. Have a good night. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. It wasn't too boring with my endless editing. It was a lot of fun for me. So that was really cool. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.